We welcome you to this edition of SimWorld U on CBS. We are at the Hinkle Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Illinois for this matchup of the week in the Big East between number 3 Villanova, 16-3 overall, and number 11 Butler, 14-5 overall. I'm JJP, and with me is Rico. Rico, how are you doing tonight?
Man, I'm doing well. It is great to be out here in Indianapolis. It is kind of cold right now. It's 35 degrees, expected rain tomorrow, but it's going to be awfully hot in today's game, though.
Definitely shivering on my way here. Any expectations as Butler has won the tip-off? Any expectations as we get started with this first half?
Man, what I think we should anticipate in here is that, man, we should open up the window because it's going to be awfully smoky in here. You got two teams that they're with all the smoke they wanted. This is probably one of the most anticipated SimWorld U matchups, I think, so far this season.
Villanova's last game, they were able to edge out VCU 62-61. They're currently on a 15-game winning streak. As we see a bucket there from Butler. And Butler's last game, they were able to defeat Seton Hall 65-62. They are currently on a 2-game winning streak. Justin Bell right now with the ball. And he'll shoot from 3. He'll make it. First 3 bucket scored by Nova.
Yeah, and Justin Bell is a player to watch. Look, he is just ice cold out there with the basketball. He doesn't operate as if he's a freshman. I think anything on the court is green for this guy as far as it's open. Look, man, he's going to be 7-11 open out there. So he's going to be somebody that Butler is definitely going to have to try to stop if they want to win this game.
See a shot attempt from Timms. He misses. Villanova starters at guards Noah Jackson, Jamarius Littman. They have a 3-scorer. Justin Bell at small forward, Aaron Lovejoy, power forward, and Mugen Williams. They're big, digging deep here against Timms. It's actually Lovejoy who gets and connects in the paint, 7-2 Villanova.
Yeah, I mean, Lovejoy is going to be definitely a factor here. I love the fact that he's coming in almost a near double-double at 15 and then 7 rebounds a game. But you could expect for him to be a true post-up maestro down there. This is a great shot right here from Butler. Good answer. But that is going to be something to watch for because you're going to see the execution down low for Nova. And then Butler, is a team that's going to try to cut you up from a balanced way. So this is going to be a great game.
Butler on defense at the moment. Their starters at the guards, Sean Chapman-Daly and Travion Timms. Their forwards, Jay Klon-Jolly Jr., Humberto Dyson, and the center, Christian Keys. And now on offense with Timms working from the right wing. Gets it out over to Chapman-Daly. And he goes back out to Timms. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Works with a screen, goes to the left hand, misses.
Yeah, Travion Timms is going to be big in this one. Look, he's the team captain coming in with 12.7 points per game at 6'5". I mean, I think that as he goes, so does this team go. So that was a nice drive there early, just didn't convert.
Score there for Lovejoy, his second bucket. And Villanova, their depth is actually a strength. 8 different players can contribute significant minutes. They're always a tough matchup, this number 3 team in the nation. But they give up the basket to Travion Timms. What a move.
Oh, my goodness. And you knew that the team captain was going to come out here and definitely assert himself early. I love how he just crossed him up right there, took some ankles with him to the basket. That was a great finish.
And wow, step out of bounds, right foot. Jackson, just too much aggression there on the dribble. As we see a few highlights from the first couple minutes of the first half. And what else do you expect in this contest, Rico, as we advance in this 16:35 mark?
Yeah, so, I mean, I expect that this game is going to really come down to the wire. I had a chance to talk with both coaches out there, and, man, talking to Thad Matta, he's expecting for, Nova to just really give them a challenge today, and he talked about, even though there's a lot at stake here, it's about staying disciplined. So I want to see which team is going to stay really disciplined down the stretch of this game because that could be the difference between a win and a loss. And, both of these teams want each other. Dating back to, I think, earlier, we had Nova, we had their crowd screaming, we want Butler, and then here they are today. This game is going to be everything.
Butler currently down 2. They're looking to tie up the ball game or take the lead. They'll go in the paint, and the bucket is through off the glass. 11-11 to score.
Yeah, that was a terrific play right there. And, man, both teams going at it just as we talked about, 11-11. But, yeah, I mean, just taking time to really catch our breath. But I don't think that either team has really established their identity yet. We'll see what happens as this game goes along.
Villanova has called the first timeout of this contest. And we'll take a quick timeout ourselves, but stay locked in. More action right after this.
See the game, be the game.
At it here from Hinkle Fieldhouse. Score 11-11, 15:44 left in the first half. Two leading scorers for Nova: Aaron Lovejoy with 6, Justin Bell with 5, and for Butler, Travion Timms with 4, Sean Chapman Daly with the lone three-pointer. Rico, what do you expect in these next few minutes, and what adjustments do you plan to see from these coaches?
Yeah, I mean, so it looks like you hit the nail on the head. The stars are definitely out today, and I mean, with Sean Chapman Daly, we know that, man, he's a player that really creates at a high rate. He's a vocal leader out there. We're starting to see that, but I want to see this scoring threat that he's going to have to be in order for Butler to really pull off this upset. And also, too, you know, just something to really watch for on Villanova is, can they continue to take advantage inside here as we see that Butler's going to that 2-3 zone that they feel comfortable with. What are they going to do now as far as the counter offensively for Nova?
Justin Bell picked off there on the alley-oop attempt as Timms goes with pass, and there's the bucket for Humberto Dyson.
Yeah, and he's tough too as well. I mean, Junior coming in, he's got a lot of good defensive presence. Just really lurks around the rebounding, box and things like that, able to get those. But he's a good shot blocking skills too, so that's something to really watch for.
Justin Bell breaking through the gate. He puts up more points. It's a little back and forth so far out of the timeout.
Yeah, I mean, Justin Bell is special. He just doesn't operate as he's a freshman. I love the fact that there's no moment that's too big for him.
For more points as Butler, now with a 2-point lead, can they maintain this lead in the next few minutes as Justin Bell working up against a few Butler defenders. That goes out to Jackson. Jackson had a little room, goes out back to Bell. And the three is good. Jamarius Lippman makes it 16-15 Villanova.
Yeah, I mean, that was terrific ball movement, and that's the adjustment that I wanted to see with this crew. Is just when they're taking away the inside play of Lovejoy, what are the adjustments? And that was a great adjustment getting it out to Lippman. We know he can knock down some shots. He's definitely a three-point threat, coming in at 33.9% on the season so far.
So Butler defensively has given up 65.6 points per game. Here, back to work, and Bell was briefly left open behind the three-point line. He'll take the shot off the rim. Offensive rebound. That one misses as well.
Really good rebound from Williams, I think, that was in there. And so you know that that's going to be a factor. Can they create some more offensive opportunities? That's something that I think Nova can do. It is going to be a little bit of a challenge going against that 2-3 defense, but that was good defense right there from Butler.
Around the horn and a dunk. Jaquan Jolly Jr. And Butler up by 1.
Wow. The Jolly man. That was a terrific jam right there. Let him take care of business.
But I saw a smile on his face as he dunked it. Now Justin Bell inching closer. Takes a different direction, and Butler with the board. Dyson goes out and goes to Timms. Timms wants to take the shot. Not able to hit.
He's been aggressive today. I love the way that he's getting down to the paint area and really forcing the action.
Jackson sinks the 3. And now Nova back up. Once again, a back and forth sequence here in this portion of the first half.
Yeah, I've liked the way that Nova has had the ability to knock down the shots. I think initially when teams take away what you want to do inside, I've seen that some teams are kind of hesitant or really can't get it started from outside. That's not the case for Nova.
Lippman not strike from 3. Keys with the rebound. Keys brings it up and goes to Dyson, who dunks it.
Very nice semi-break right there. And I mean, he's a strong defensive presence as well, but what he loves to do, man, is wear his lucky wristbands before every game. So I guess that luck paid off in a nice dunk right there.
Score is Villanova 19, Butler 19 as the Wildcats take their second timeout. Attention chat, you don't want to miss this because we're giving away EMs live during our streams. That's right, multiple chances to score EMs that you can bank for the future and use when you need them the most. But here's the catch, you gotta be here to win. No ghosting allowed. When your name gets called, you better be ready to claim those EMs. So stay locked in, keep that chat active, keep it active, and get ready to win big. Only on SimWorld. And with the amount of viewers that we have currently, we're going to be adding a 0 at the end. And that's how many EMs we will be given out. Next on our slate, Florida State Duke here on CBS. Stay tuned after this Big East contest has concluded for some ACC hoops.
Yep, Duke coming in at number 1. Cooper Flag. They've been pretty spectacular out there, but not to take away from this one. This has been all we have wanted. 19-19, 11:48 to go. Both teams going back and forth. Man, I could tell the intensity each possession here.
Yeah, 8.5 minutes of back and forth action. Never know who will break through and go on a run as Villanova hits the short range floater. 21-19.
Yeah, I mean, once again, just figuring out a way to kind of score inside on the interior. But, man, what an answer from Butler. I mean, they're just right back and forth between both of these teams, neither giving an inch.
Two subs have checked in for both squads. And Jackson is fouled by Keys. We'll get our first free throws of the ball game.
Yeah, that was a nice take right there. I mean, initially he tried to get tall with the length right there, but I think he negated that, kind of went into his body and kind of drew the foul. So it was an excellent drive to the basket right there.
Noah Jackson is at the line. He is from Portland, Oregon. Junior for the Wildcat squad. And as he takes his first free throw and sinks it,
Yeah.
Nova now up by 1.
And one of the things about him, too, and why I'm glad that he got to the free throw line is because he can be a bit turnover prone as well. And so for him to really handle that, showing some real maturity there and kind of working on his game and drawing the foul. So that was a great play right there from him.
I'm liking the light teal on the sneaks on Jackson. Must be his magic sneaks as he makes 2 of 2.
Let me tell you something.
Right now, we'll see more free throws. Yes, free throw.
You can't be as confident as Nova has been in the media, man, and not make a statement with the gear. So it fits really the build of this team. So I love that you call that out.
Yeah, if They add style to their play style. Might as well dress like it.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
Micah J. Kiefer at the line for 2. We tie up this ball game. He misses the first one off the back rim.
Yeah.
Kiefer, sophomore from Orillia, Ontario. I don't know. He may have looked a little nervous there on that first free throw attempt.
Yeah, and I mean, that's to be expected in this matchup. But the one thing that you love about him is, look, he provides really some valuable minutes for this team. He's absolutely a vocal leader. He is a good shooter, but it looks like he's a little tight there at the free throw line.
Wildcats may be looking to foul Kiefer more often as the game progresses. But Butler back with the ball. Currently down by 2 at the 10:37 mark here in the first half. Kiefer backing down his defender, will go with the left hand, he'll score.
And that's what we talked about just a moment ago. He's actually got a pretty nice touch. It's just about settling in. And that happens sometimes. You miss the first 2. You're a part of the game now. He came right back and got it back for his team.
So, Rico, to reiterate, Butler has a 2-3 zone defense. It's been a problem for teams all season. What makes it so effective, and how do you beat it?
Well, see, what they're doing well in this 2-3 zone is they actually throw a lot of kind of hands leap at you when you go to shoot those jump shots, so it makes it a bit more difficult. They try to bait you into that, and generally teams have just struggled really knocking down shots, but we're not seeing that from Villanova. They've made the adjustments. They've gotten to the comfortable pockets in it, and they've looked comfortable as jump shooters out there, and they're making Butler pay.
Indeed, they have made adjustments. Noah Jackson sinks the 3 to put Nova up 26-23. Timeout has been called. We'll step aside for a quick break.
Hey, who's this?
Oh, that's Kyle. He aced his 5th grade geography class.
Huh.
You see, now that we're using FedEx to ship globally, I have to learn all the countries again, so I brought in Kyle as a consultant. Did you know that we have customers in Czechoslovakia?
Actually, it's called the Czech Republic.
Yes, Kyle. You are a lifesaver. And without Kyle, I never would have heard of that new country called Buttheadistan.
We understand you want to grow internationally. FedEx serves over 220 countries and territories.
Back at it, 9:45 here in the first quarter as Kiefer set to inbound with his team down by 3. We'll see if they take a 3 ball as they are dictating the pace at the moment. Scanning, moving towards paint, going back. And kind of a wild pass. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. They'll go with the 3 ball, and it's off.
I think that might have been their first maybe miss from downtown, but both teams have actually been shooting pretty well, lights out, and so there's another open opportunity for Nova.
Wow. Nova's Lippman sinks the 3, puts his team up by 6.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to leave Jamarius Lippman open. I just talked about the fact that he's a 33.9% shooter. he felt good as soon as that ball touched his hand.
Kerr has held on to the ball plenty ever since he got put into the ball game. He's able to score to trim Nova's lead to 4.
Yeah, we talked about him playing at valuable minutes. You can tell he's vocal right now on the back line of that defense, trying to captain this defense to get a stop against Nova.
There's a right hand off the glass. Nova back up by 6.
Yeah, and I like that where Nova was able to go back inside. I just love the fact that they've been inside, outside, really all night so far.
Butler has Autzen Gerdes out there who dunks the ball, and he looked like he had a good amount of hang time as he dunked that one going down the baseline.
Yeah, solid point guard there, solid ball handler. You just got a chance to see it. He's an absolute energizer off the bench here, so he just keeps going and going and going. That's exactly what this Butler team needs.
Bulldogs looking at the crowd on their side. There's a couple blocks. There's Garrett Bolt, the block attack, and it's Nova ball after it looked like Javante Thornton stepping out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a terrific individual effort there defensively, because most times you get into that, you get the initial block shot, you want to jump into the offensive player. You did a great job of staying tall, getting the block, and forcing the offensive player to go out of bounds.
Now Bolt does it on offense. A couple blocks and a layup. Darren Bolt, Jr. from Laurel, Maryland.
And this is why you have got to love Hoopsteria type of environments. It's players like this you don't expect a lot of production from, and they come out and show out.
Sean Chapman Daly, there's his daily double in the form of a slam dunk. Villanova calls timeout at the 7:14 mark here in the first quarter. Stay with us. We're back in just a moment.
See the game, be the game.
Do you have the mind of a coach? Are you willing to fight for your players? Can you handle it when things get heated? Can you manage your star player's ego? Can you handle the stress? Can you become a legend? The only place in the world where you can coach live in a virtual world. SimWorld Sports.
So both of these teams, Nova and Butler, with great coaches. Thad Mata for Butler and Kyle Neptune for Villanova. Rico, for those viewers who are unaware, what makes their coaching styles similar or different, any of the two?
Yeah, I mean, I think from a similarity standpoint, what I see is like both programs, when they run offensive sets, they like to be very deliberate with it. And when I say deliberate, I mean attention to detail. I think that when you see both of these offenses like we saw today, there's not a lot of empty calories out there, right? Like when you come to eat with this team, you get full because they do a great job as far as being very efficient. I think that both coaches try to do that. And then defensively, you're seeing a game in which they know how to play defense without fouling. They understand how to be on balance. They understand how to cover spaces and things like that. So I think that that's where both coaches really kind of mirror each other and really how their impact has been seen in this game for both teams.
Costa Martin missing the short-range shot. He commits the foul. That's his first of the ball game. Justin Bell is checked back in. And we have a couple more substitutions for Villanova as Butler looks to make first bucket coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, and you know what? At times, Nova seems like it's even better than the number 3 team in the nation. You know, sometimes they make you think, are they number 1?
Justin Bell slams it. It's his team up by 6. So right away, coming off the bench, scoring within the first minute. And just a nice job by Justin Bell. He's got 9 points so far.
Yeah, reminds me of a player from way back in the day called Microwave, right? That this guy always stays hot. He's ready to score the basketball any given time.
Bad pass by Butler. And Nova takes control. They'll go for the 3. He misses. Rebound by Javonte Thornton.
And that was kind of like a jump defense there. So that's the first time we've really seen that kind of jump zone at them and to just really try to fluster Nova a little bit. So that was an interesting look defensively.
Butler looking for an open man. Chapman Daly will work with the ball. And he'll drive up. And he won't be able to connect there.
Yeah, that is one thing that Nova can do. They can certainly impact you at the rim.
And Demario Dang using his momentum to score the layup. He took it all the way himself. A one-man show as Villanova now has an 8-point lead.
Yeah, that was a great take right there from Dang. Again, you know, it's one of those players, again, I'm not looking for a whole bunch of production from him, but he can certainly be impactful when his number is called. We just saw that as he takes it right down the lane to an easy basketball.
Justin Bell going one-on-one. Trap goes back out. And the ball is in Littman's hands. Littman, step back 3 off the front rim, and there's an and 1. Wow. Foul called on Oxen Gerdes, and that sends Williams to the line.
Well, you were, wondering, we were talking about this during the break about Williams and could he be assertive? He's more of one of those guys that he needs the table set for him. But he could also do a little bit of table setting himself when he starts to hit the rebounds like this. And so this is something that you want to watch for, as it looks like that maybe the momentum is shifting towards Villanova right now.
Indeed, Butler in need of buckets right now. They are now down by 11. They've gotten the 1 basket off the timeout, but since then, it's been all Nova.
Yeah, they've been flustered. Some of the stuff that they've ran towards getting towards or some of the stuff they ran that's been geared towards getting to the rim has been denied by Villanova because of that length that we talked about. It's made it very difficult for them to score.
After deflection, it's still Butler's ball with Dyson about to inbound. Goes out to Chapman Daly. And ball back to Thornton. Thornton guarded by Mugen Williams. With the shot clock at 6. There's the pass and the score. Jaquan Jolly Jr. It's another basket for Butler.
Yeah, see, that was beautiful action right there because they waited for that to open up off that little back cut, and that's what I'm talking about with deliberate basketball with this team. Everything needs to be on schedule.
Nice shot arc for Justin Bell. Bullseye. Beautiful looking shot there for Bell.
Man, I absolutely love his game, and I just think that you can only imagine what's going to happen as he continues to grow as a player because the sky's the limit.
Miss 3 for Butler. Mugen Williams with the board. And now a little bit of a slower pace off the pass by Williams. Justin Bell back on the attack. His sneakers matching the trim on the shorts. I like to see that. I like to see consistency between the sneakers and the uniform wear. Here's a spin move. Jolly misses. Mugen Williams though misses on the foul.
Oh man! Again, you cannot be talking a lot of smoke out there and not definitely show it with your uniform choice here. I mean, I think that this team is swagged out, and I think that you really see that, just from the way that they approach the media, and then also too the way that they approach the game. This is a very confident team.
Williams, the freshman out of New Brunswick, New Jersey, at the line for 2 shots. 3:24 remaining here in the first half.
Yeah, and Williams is starting to be active now, right? Because we were wondering, like, man, where is he at? and now he's starting to be active. He's starting to get the ball to his spots, but he's got to make the free throw shots. But if he gets going, that's going to spell some trouble here for Butler.
Yeah, curious to see if Mugen makes more trips to the line throughout the ball game. He averages 8.2 rebounds per game. Solid rebounder. But here at the free throw line, only puts up 1 of 2.
Yeah, I mean, look, he did get the one for you. We just talked about the fact that he is a solid scorer/rebounder. But it's interesting how he gets it, and I think it just starts with the activity, and it looks like the activity is starting to pick up for him.
Trevion Timms. Try from short range. He misses. Williams. We talked about his rebounds. There's another one, and Justin Bell finishes on the other end.
With the left, too, right? Because he just put the defender right there, pinned him on his hip, took him right to the rim, and finished. That was a great finish right there from Bell.
Well, I feel like his eyes light up when he has opportunities like that to drive it up on the fast break as Butler puts up a layup of their own. Currently, Nova leads by 12 at the 2:34 mark here in the first half. Mugen Williams to Bell. Outwards and over on right wing back to Bell. Pass this one, now he'll go back out. And Butler locking in, leaving Lippman a little bit of space. Lippman misses the 3 attempt.
Yeah, that was great defense right there from Butler. They tried to run a little bit of a double team right there for Justin Bell, made it a little uncomfortable with the pass. By the time that they got the ball over to the hands of the shooter, wasn't quite ready for that one.
Timms feeding Dyson. Now Casanova holding on to it, goes out to Chapman Daly, who is unable to hit the 3. Rebound by Aaron Lovejoy.
Yeah, good action off the screen, but just couldn't get the shot to go down.
There's a nice looking layup by Lovejoy, as it's now Villanova 47, Butler 33. Crowd has quieted down these past few minutes of the ball game, and still looking to see who will be the first Bulldog scorer to break out in a while.
Yeah, and that's really been the issue for them. That was a great shot right there, I believe, from their team captain scoring that basketball, and that's what they need more of. But look, I think that Nova's just done a great job as far as taking the fight to Butler, and they're doing a good job running it like a kind of a semi-fast break and getting some good looks.
Mugen Williams puts back the missed shot from Justin Bell, making it a 14-point ball game at this point, as we are now in the final minute of the first half.
Look, energy is very real. He's picked up the activity rebounding the basketball, and all of a sudden he starts to score it now. That's what we're talking about with the activity. It's picked up for him.
Butler, that's for made bucket here as Timms drives up and able to hit the layup. And you can hear the groans in the crowd as Butler has been as cold as some of the trim on these Nova shorts. 33-degree weather in Indianapolis. Butler, their coaching staff, thinking about, man, this team needs to warm up ASAP.
Yeah, Butler's got to get, I think, within striking distance here going into half. I don't know if they've got enough time as they just squandered the possession. Yeah.
Scores with 3 seconds left. 51-35 Wildcats, scratching and clawing and demoralizing Butler. Rico, what do you think? Man, Butler down as we have to go to break at the moment. We'll talk when we come back. All right, 3 seconds left in this first half. It's Villanova 51, Butler 35. Rico, what would be the appropriate strategy at this point to get this last basket before the half is over?
Well, yeah, I definitely think that you have enough time to run something, maybe a down screen, a quick curl to get it over to your shooter. Hopefully you get a three-point shot here. I think maybe that this timeout, I know it's kind of awkward to call it with 3 seconds to go, but they're just trying to take advantage of this possession. Clearly they're trying to get some type of energy, want to see something go right here before the half ends.
We'll see if this timeout turns out to be a good call, as Keys will inbound on the opposite end of the court, and there's a heave and off the front rim, and we reached halftime, but the score, Villanova 51, Butler 35. Looking at some leaders here in this first half. Nova, Justin Bell leading the way, 13 points for him so far. He is 6 of 9 from the field. And on the other end, Butler's Travion Timms, the only scorer for the Bulldogs with double digits, and he's shooting 5 for 11 from the field. Rico, what has been your analysis so far and your thoughts about how each team has played?
I've got to give Nova a lot of credit because we know that they can score inside, but right now they're shooting the basketball exceptional. They're 5 of 10 from deep, so shooting 50%. As far as Butler, they have not been able to knock down three-point shots. The offense has been stagnant. They're 1 of 4 right now. They got to get the three ball going, and they need to get a star going immediately to get back into this one.
Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win, 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 win. I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Hello, I'm Himothy. I got the recipe. I got the flow. I got the remedy. I know they do. I know they envy me. Feet on the floor. What they gon' say now? We came along from last place, bottom to top of the fast pace. Out of this surf, I get touchdown. I take a loss, get it back 8. I'm in the gym putting numbers up. You never there, you got bad traits. Never excuses or cover ups. Learn from the losses and bad breaks. Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win, 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 win. I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win, 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 win. I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Who said I wasn't him? Who said it? All this talk about who's on top and who's not. Miss me with the gospel. Check the score, yeah. See me coming off the screen. Know I gave myself the green light. Catch a shoe from the 3. If I'm not the one, it doesn't seem right. I need like 2, 4, 5, 6 in them rings. I'm talking back to back to back like 23. Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win, 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 win. I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win, 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 win. I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10.
Back at it from Hinkle Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. It's Nova 51, Butler 35. Butler kind of cold late in the first half. I shouldn't say kind of. They were a lot cold. They were frozen pretty much, as it'll be Wildcats ball after the deflection. Villanova, they have Justin Bell currently at 13 points. Meanwhile, Butler, 4 out of their 5 starters in single digits scoring wise. Rico, What does Butler need to do to get things going?
Well, for one, they need to capitalize when they do get to the paint. For whatever reason, they're not making their free throws. They're 0 of 2 there. You can see that Villanova has more activity. And then they've got to knock down the three ball. I think at some point, you've got to open it up there and really make Nova's defense extend.
Yeah, speaking of three, Noah Jackson draining the three to start the scoring in this second half. And now it's Timms charging, and he's able to lay it up. So there's the first points for Butler, number 11 team in the nation.
He's done a great job as far as getting downhill today. I know some of the shots just haven't worked out the way he's wanted to, but he has gone in there today.
Jackson spinning and trying to go the opposite direction. He's able to bank it for 2 points.
Inside. That was a nice play inside right there.
Indeed, he was very calculated on his way to the basket as Mugen Williams grabs his first board of the half. Goes out to Lovejoy, and Lovejoy trying to emulate his teammate, and he's unable to score there. Keys with the rebound.
And I'm actually impressed with that. I didn't think that was in Lovejoy's bag. I don't think he can handle it like that.
Lovejoy was pretty inspired by what he's seen so far, as it was a exposure of defense, but a miss by Timms.
Yeah, once again, I think he's getting good looks. They're just not falling for him.
Catch and shoot. Jackson misses. There's the offensive rebound. Mugen misses as well. And Dyson comes up with the board. He'll go out to Chapman Daly. Now to Timms. Timms with 10 points in the ball game thus far. And double team initiated. Keys will grab the offensive rebound, guarded tightly by Mugen, and Mugen grabs the board.
Yeah, I mean, that's that tough interior defense that Villanova presents.
Justin Bell making a difficult shot. Everything has been going Villanova's way thus far in this contest. 21-point lead at the moment. Do you think Butler should call timeout at this point, or should they just keep going?
I think definitely a timeout is needed, because the way that Villanova has started off this half, I mean, they hit a three, and then you see that they're still getting a lot of the things that they got in the first half. So a lot of the adjustments that you should have made here at halftime, they're not being made right now for Butler.
Jackson guarded by Chapman Daly. Mugen comes up with the board and the bucket as Butler has to call timeout. There's the timeout at the 16:52 mark here in the second half.
Well, they should have hired us, because they called the timeout. That's ridiculous.
We encourage you to invite others to be a part of SimWorld. Check out our website, simworldsports.com, as well as check out the Discord server. And we're offering a 5,000 EM signing bonus for head coaches, referrals, fans, etc. We want you to check out the website and the Discord. Check it out and see the game, be the game. Rico Mugen Williams all over the boards today. 11 rebounds. He's been a beast.
Yeah, and so you got.
Yeah, Mugen's been a beast. Rico, I mean, he's incredible to see in person.
He is, and you know, you were talking about it, and well, you and I were talking about it during the timeout about you know, when are we going to see an appearance for him? And it's like, since we had talked about that, his energy's picked up, and I just think that he's a player that feeds off of getting rebounds, and all of a sudden he starts to get more opportunities on the offensive glass, and you can see that he's a player where again, he has to have things set up for him to be successful, but he's finding ways right now.
Yeah, Coach Neptune's got to be thrilled. He's been a part of key plays in recent minutes, and now he's looking at Justin Bell charge up and make it.
You know what Justin Bell reminds me of? And I mean, this is probably going to be a hot take, but it reminds me of shades of Allen Iverson when he played for Georgetown. The way that he can handle the rock and get that runner off, it reminds me of the same.
Big block. And on the other end, Nova in transition. Mugen Williams We'll go out to Jackson. Wondering if Justin Bell gets a touch on this possession. Oh, it'll be Lippman. Guarded by Dyson. And Lippman with an open man. Aaron Lovejoy with a two-handed jam. Butler calls another timeout. And with Butler's timeout, we'll be back with more.
I'm CC Lyle, and I always wanted to be a pro coach. And SimWorld Hoops is the place where I'm able to live out my hoops dreams. SimWorld Sports is the only place where you can see the game, be the game.
Kyrie Irving, Melo.
What's up, Melo?
Did you hear what Foot Locker is doing with the Week of Greatness?
Dropping the freshest kicks as always.
They're doing a lot more than that. Instead of using some big-name athletes and celebrities in the commercials, they're using them to do some good in the world.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Kyrie is me. Carmelo, of course I'm sure.
I need to call Anthony Davis. He's gonna love this.
What's up, Kyrie? I just heard. That's super cool they're doing that.
I know.
That's definitely gonna raise a few eyebrows.
I'll talk to you later.
Later.
Yo, Porzingis, you hear what Foot Locker's doing for the Week of Greatness this year?
Well, James Harden, I assume they're dropping more hot new sneaker releases than ever?
Of course, but they're also using all the big name athletes and celebrities to do some good in the world.
So instead of being in a commercial like usual, they're out in the real world doing good? That's cool.
Using all the big name athletes and celebs to do some good instead of being in a commercial? Sure is a cool idea. Remind me of missing Damian Lillard.
Gentlemen, the open house is over. You'll have to be on your way.
What? Don't you know who we are?
All right, so score is Villanova 64, Butler 41. Coming out of timeout, but the Bulldogs have called a couple, and Admata not too thrilled of what he's seen so far in the second half, Rico.
Yeah, I mean, this is extremely disappointing, right? This is a highly anticipated game. They knew that Nova wanted them. We talked about the storyline coming into this where their crowd had chanted for Butler, and so it's not like you can hide from that spotlight. And I just think that Nova has really owned the moment today, and they've done a great job as far as making Butler uncomfortable. They've really made them play their style of basketball, and man, this is tough for Butler right now.
Indeed. Trevion Timms, their leading performer, but he only has 12 points and is the only double-digit scorer thus far for the Bulldogs. Timms, though, trying to add a couple more. He'll go off the glass, he'll miss, and Lippman grabs the rebound.
Yeah, it's been incredible to see again from Nova. And then when we talk about a little bit here, we've been talking about moving Williams and just his impact on the glass. How about 4 assists to lead the team right now? He's doing a great job as far as passing out of the post.
Yeah, we've seen a few possessions now where he started off with the ball as Jackson has an open look but misses Dyson with the rebound. But Mugen Williams, man, just a solid performance. He knew the stakes of this Big East game, and he's been coming out. It didn't start off hot, but came through and has continued to just be on fire throughout the second half as well as late in that first half, earlier on.
Yeah, I think that's what you talk about with just staying with it. And again, I say this all the time. It's not how you start, it's how you finish the game. And I think that's really what he's been able to do thus far in this game with 13:43 to go.
Dyson is able to go to the line. Also haven't seen much of that from Butler, drawing fouls and getting themselves to the line. So Butler ready to shoot a couple free throws, with Villanova currently up by 21. 2 made free throws can cut this lead to 19.
Yeah, I mean, can they maybe at least try to get this thing down to maybe a 10-point game with maybe 7 minutes to go? We'll see if they can do that.
It'll be a morale booster if they can cut this lead effectively within these next possessions. And maybe a good strategy at this moment is just to keep drawing fouls. Either that or start to try to draw the foul and maybe find an open man for three, and that be something that they can start cooking up. But this Butler team.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it is about maybe trusting that three-point shot, especially if Villanova's defense collapses, and you make a great point. But to Villanova's credit, I mean, they're not fouling a whole bunch once you get in there. I mean, it's good contact, and it's just not been anything that's impeded the offensive player and taking it to the free throw line.
All right, too much speed there on the dribble. It's Bulldogs ball. Villanova fairly clean otherwise. Seen a couple out-of-bounds turnovers, but other than that, Villanova been able to move around the ball efficiently and add to their four scorers that are currently in double digits. Justin Bell with 17, Noah Jackson with 13, Lovejoy and Mugen Williams with 10. As Wildcats are back in operating from the corner, end up losing the ball. So pretty sloppy these last sequences, but we do have a lot of the second teams in at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, this is just, you can tell the energy right now for Butler. I mean, it's just pretty flat right now. It looks like a dejected basketball team. And, man, they needed that shot right there. It was good motion, but they got to get something going. They have to get something going.
Long too good for Darren Casanova. Now Nova, their turn to respond. And just poor defense there by the Bulldogs, just allowing Villanova to attack all the way to the rim.
Yeah, was there any defense at that point? I mean, that was just delayed, just let him kind of go right down the lane.
Mugen with another rebound. Once again starts off with the ball. Is it over? Aaron Bolts off the glass, will miss. And Kiefer with the rebound.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Kiefer. I think that he's done a great job after he missed those free throws and kind of getting down to the box area and finishing for this team, but just not enough of that for Butler right now. If they can try to get some momentum here.
Shot clock at 8, and Kiefer with the hook. He'll miss. Bolt moving up, going out to the far side. And Mugen. And a little bit of space from the start there, but ends up being fouled. He'll shoot two.
Yeah, you can't get that type of position defensively like that. I mean, that was beautiful post offense for him. He just put that defender right on his back and really forced the foul, because as soon as he turned, it's almost like the defender was kind of reaching into the cookie jar there and got caught. And so that was an excellent move right there from Williams inside.
Mugen 2 for 3 from the line. And this is to make this a 21-point ball game. Those drain the first free throw as we have a few men checking in.
Yeah.
So, Rico, what was your thought there?
Yeah, I was just going to say that that's like the third or fourth time that Williams has had to throw it back to the ref. But look, he's been everything for them today. And, man, if I were to pick a star, I didn't think it was necessarily going to be him. It's been super impressed with just the way that Justin Bell has kind of taken care of business for them offensively on this kind of semi-fast break right now. 8 of 13 from the field, but man, I call Nova like Santa Claus, man, because they go all up and down the chimney, man, because they want all the smoke. And, man, you see the confidence with this team. And, once again, just seeing them up close and personal, I can see why this team, a lot of people maybe feel that maybe 3 is too low for this team.
Jackson trying to butt in and become a part of this conversation. Noah Jackson right now with 17 points. He's actually tied with Justin Bell, so kind of a silent, productive offensive player for Villanova as the Bulldogs called timeout. It's currently 70-49. Coming up next here on CBS, Florida State at Duke, another good matchup. We'll have Cooper Flagg being featured in this contest, Florida State Duke. Stay tuned for that one after the final whistle of this ball game. And tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, SEC ball between Tennessee and South Carolina. Check it out on SimWorld TV. Could be a good one there as well. We'd like to announce that Monte Parsons, you are the winner of 300 EMs. So congratulations. Glad you're here on the stream to watch this Big East contest. So enjoy those 300 EMs, Monte.
They spend it all in one place.
Right. Oh, no, man.
Man, well, look at the outlook here for the Big East right now. I mean, Villanova certainly just proven that they are just dominant here in the Big East with this one so far. You're looking at St. John's. I think that they've actually gotten hot here over the last couple of weeks. And Butler, I mean, they're still going to be in the conversation after, maybe heading to a tough loss. But make no mistake about it, I think the Big East might be one of the better, conferences here within all the country. I really do. So it's going to be interesting to see how this thing shakes out as we run a little bit closer and deeper into conference play.
How torturous must it be to be a team in the Big East and just constantly keep looking up to Villanova throughout the whole season? Nova, top 3 team in the country. I mean, you just try your best to bring them down, or you just, hope you can kind of like sneak into that second spot in the Big East?
Well, look, I mean, I think they're going to be right there in the conversation for the second best team. Can they be the first best team? I mean, look, they still got another opportunity to play this team. I think that they're going to play them here in March, if I'm not mistaken. And so, that's the beauty of it. I mean, you get a chance to see this team again. Obviously, you're not going to have the home court advantage, but bottom line is you want to just go out there and take this game for what it's worth. You want to take what you did well, take the things that you did bad, and then really correct that and see if you can become a little bit more competitive in this next game. Hopefully you can get a win. And I just think that even if Nova beats you 2 times, you have a good chance to maybe see them again in Hoopsteria, and it's tough to beat a team 3 times. So I think that you have to continue to keep your confidence no matter what happens.
Jackson misses. Chapman Daly able to grab the rebound. Right now the lead is at 21 for the Wildcats, and Butler just trying to score at this point. They'll go for the 3 ball. No good. Rebound by Tayshaun Huff.
Yeah, I mean, this has been tough. I mean, they've just done a great job as far as making it tough and just beating up.
Lovejoy. Wow.
Yeah, they are just literally beating up Butler inside. I mean, they are getting punished. The points in the paint, I mean, it's just ridiculous right now.
I feel like Villanova has also slowed down a bit too. Going into that last timeout, they were at 70 points, have only put up 4 out of the timeout, but still are in complete control. They've been dissecting Butler in front of their home crowd to boot.
And that's why the performance has been so dominant, because they came in on the road and just completely took this crowd out of the game.
He's unlocking a couple points there with the jam. 74-55 Wildcats approaching the 8:25 mark here in the second quarter. We have a few subs ready to check in as Jackson, missing, grabs his own rebound, is able to bank it in for 2 points.
Yeah, I mean, that was a completely just disgusting effort right there. You get the miss, and he's able to get the rebound on 2 of your players and lay it up. I mean, that's just, you could tell the effort level wasn't there.
You're a bench player for Butler. At this point, do you just try to go all out, see if you can break into earning more minutes for the next games on the schedule?
I definitely think that this is a time to really show, your coach that you are going to be a player that should be played some more, regardless of the matchup. And, I think that coaches are looking for that, because really you never know when you're going to have to go to your bench and you really need to get some energy. You need some time to baskets. You need some time to rebounding, things like that. Oh, wow, man. And this type of reps, this is better than a practice rep, right? You're going against an elite team. You want to see how your team responds. And so, yes, I think that definitely if you're a player, you're trying to get some more minutes down the line.
So with that dunk by Noah Jackson, he's now at 21 points on the day, the leading scorer for this whole ball game. So Noah Jackson just adding on to his stat sheet as a three is hit. Wow, 81 points for Villanova, and we have 6 minutes left in this half. Oof.
Oh my God! I mean, look, Nova is for real. They are for real. We were wondering, like, man, they should have been ranked higher, like I think a week or so ago, or whatever the last time the ranking was. This team is looking like a team that is a top team. Like, I mean, not just 3. We might need to consider them as being number 1. I really do think that.
And that might actually be their motivation at this point to sink even more threes and jam at home. They definitely want to move up the rankings as they hit one from close range. 83-59 the score. Yeah, it's that kind of game, Rico.
I mean, it's because they're showing you so much. Like, they're showing you they can beat you up on the offensive rebound. They're showing you that they will shoot the 3 ball if you want them to. They're showing you that they will go inside and play through the post if you want to. I mean, anything that you want, this team can give it to you. I mean, this is just that type of team.
And add to their toolbox free throw shooting as Bolt will earn a couple free throws here, the junior from Laurel, Maryland. And 83-59. I don't know if I've seen that score live in a while.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that I've quite seen this in my time, kind of covering, SimWorld. I mean, this has been, I mean, even though it's a blowout, it's still a phenomenal performance just to see how dominant that Villanova is.
And off the bench, some solid players that we have seen scoring-wise. Tyreek DeCosta-Markham, currently at 4 points for Villanova. Micah J. Kiefer for Butler off the bench. He scored 8 so far. And right now, Butler looks a little disoriented. Humberto Dyson backing up out of bounds for some reason, stopping the clock. I don't know what went on there, but Coach does not look too happy at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, they are totally, not only are they dealing with the avalanche here from Nova, man, but they are kind of getting into their own ways right now with just a simple turnover right there. And so, look, Butler has just got to really lock in for these last 5 minutes and really show some pride here because Nova is just taking it to him.
Right, a lack of discipline all around from Butler, a lack of scoring, and here they briefly leave Huff open, but Huff doesn't decide to shoot. He'll take the shot, but pass is deflected. There's some solid defense from the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I mean, finally we've seen that where they were able to actually make Nova uncomfortable. That was a good contest without fouling, too.
Jolly with the miss, and Villanova with Huff working the attack. We'll go out to Demario Deng. Deng has showed flashes early on in this ball game, kind of quieted down, and Huff draws the foul. I believe Kiefer was the one that fouled Huff in the paint.
Yeah, and another thing I think that's been really impressive with Nova is just the fact that the players that, are coming in with maybe you're thinking it's going to be limited production for them, they've actually shown up. And I think that is huge, for a winning team and a team that could possibly go really deep in hoops area. Is you got to have these others. You got to have players that, they're not necessarily counted on a lot. But when you put them into the spotlight, you need them to step up. They're able to step up. And I think that Villanova has a lot of those players that can step up at any given moment.
Huff is able to hit the first free throw. Deshaun, actually that is his first free throw made. And he's right now at 3 points on the day. Looking for his 4th point right here. And it's now a 17-point lead for Villanova with 4:58 left in the second half.
Whew. Yeah, this has been a tough one, man. I don't know. Butler's just, you can just tell, like they've looked totally just disoriented too. They just can't figure out where to go with the ball. I think it's the first time they've actually maybe really drawn some contact in there. It's well away at the offensive end.
You're Ad Mata, what would be your message in the locker room after this ball game to your Bulldog squad, who is totally crashed at home and right now down 17, but it feels like they're down 37.
Well, I think as disgusting as this loss is going to be for them, I think that you still have to go look. Guys, we are still second in the Big East. We're still a ranked team. We're still going to be heard from this year. I think that this is one of those losses where we have got to take our licks here. We look at the film, and then we throw it out. We see exactly what we did well, and then we're going to look at the things that we didn't do so well. But this is really, I think, a moment for us to really do a little bit of soul-searching, come back, and just see what this team is really made of. I think that that's what you need in these seasons. You need to kind of be hit. You need to go through those adverse situations. And I think that this is a moment where they can maybe rise up out of that. So I'm challenging my players to do so.
Christian Keys, who started off this ball game, still on the floor guarding Dang and is unable to prevent that shot off the glass. It's now Nova 88, Butler 60. Now on the floor, we see Duwan O'Kelly-Seton, the sophomore from Muncie, Indiana. And he'll get it out to his big Thornton. On ball is Casanova. Working the right side is Casanova. Now on the opposite end, Heifer. Unable to hit.
Yeah, he's been the most active for them too. Or at least one of the most active. Oh.
Here's the alley-oop. They haven't seen that in this ball game up until now. Tayshaun Huff there with the assist. Nice looking gem. Add that to the Big East highlight reel for tonight.
Gosh, he just caught his man sleeping with that board. It's a nice lob. Terrific.
Real good rhythm for Villanova even at this stage of the ball game. And now Huff thinking of his next play. Trying to cruise past his defender. Huff, almost shook off Casanova. And now ends up with the right hand.
Goodness. Are you serious? I mean, it's just split the defense on the pick and roll, got to his right hand. I mean, this is wow. I mean, Butler
took my eyes off the scorebook for a second, and now I see them at 92 points. 92 points against this number 11 team.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see. Can we just skip to Hoosteria right now? I just want to see how good Nova is going to be.
It's definitely going to be a different environment, for sure. And Dang holding on to the ball, working the clock, final couple seconds at the shot clock. Long to a miss. These two teams are matched up in Hoopsteria, Rico. What do you think the result of that would be? The different environments happen.
You're talking about these two teams. And so if these two teams are in Hoopsteria, I mean, I would think that it would be a little bit more of a different situation because that's a win and go home. You know, right now, you got to think about it. Like, there's a lot on the line with this game, but there's still more games to come. I mean, in that game, you never know. I mean, teams tighten up. Hopefully maybe you're in a neutral, kind of site there, and that's where you can maybe catch a team like that. I mean, just think about what happened, I think, last night when we saw Penn State. They were able to take down Iowa. That's what can happen, I think, in Hoopsteria. You never know. A team comes out, they've got a good game plan, and they're executing, and you just are a bit off, and you can lose that basketball game. So that's why I said, with Butler, as bad as this is, there is still some opportunity to come.
There's still hope for you Bulldogs fans. And it's fairly unfortunate that Butler failed to show up in this ball game. Otherwise, we would have seen some nice situations if it was a much closer game of how Butler would have responded to particular scenarios, as there's the shot clock violation by the Wildcats. And at this point, both teams wanting to look forward. Villanova will have a happy trip and revel in this victory as they're currently up by 34 points over Butler. Kiefer missing there. Just the story of the game for Butler, Rico.
Yeah, it's been a tough night for them. And look, man, I mean, this was just a dominant night from Villanova. And those who watch Clutch Time know I've talked about Nova, and man, I'll certainly be talking about them some more. This is the team.
Final buzzer has sounded. Villanova wins this contest 94-60. Nova advances to 17-3 overall. Butler falls to 14-5. Up next on CBS, Florida State versus Duke. We thank you for watching. On behalf of myself, JJP, and Rico, we thank you for watching. And don't forget, SimWorld Sports is the only place where you can see the game, be the game.
Kyrie Irving, Melo.
What's up, Melo?
Did you hear what Foot Locker?
What more can I say? It's incredible, baby. Yeah. This that Ron Simmons, that Bush Reed type of vibe. We come to the ring, grab the mic. Hey, sweetheart, ring the damn bell. I'm off the top rope with the flow. My bravado, putting niggas in a sleeper hole. Jake the Snake, don't be late when you got the load. What I mean is, if I pick you roll, that's how it's supposed to go. Rapper slash singer slash actor slash producer slash everything else slash I'm Cordell Stewart, I knew it. Mama made me special, that's my birthright. Daddy named me Junior, just so he can live twice. You ain't know that I had balls like a baby crib. One call, you's all in your house like baby's crib. Let him live. I'm a lover, not a fighter, son. Rule number 1, hun, watch how you pop your gum.
I'm just a Northside kid where I did my Northside bid. I'm so Northside shit. I'm still on the Northside, bitch. I got that Northside itch. We getting money and dig. Blue honey and Bitcoin. Cash still under the mattress. Shoebox full of 20s and 10s. It's 94 again. Shout out to Sam Cassell. My mama raised me well. Daddy ain't want me to fail. Boski saved my life. They had me under the jail. All the lies they tell, they ain't want me to prevail. What I did with Microsoft is why I excel. Now I'm Excelsior. Days me and Lil Ricky swore we make it to where we are. Now we want more. They got me out here like Brady if he never won them 6 rings. God be wanting big things. Niggas in the hood be wanting small change. For freedom, I'm somewhere in between.
man. Y'all niggas is not here. Bow.
Won't go. Rebound Bosch. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang!
Now there's a steal by Bird. Underneath the DJ.
What's this gonna be? Lead pass. Stop it! Stop it! Do not do him like that! Now goes to roll. Brandon, a three-pointer out front. Hit him! Yes, he did! Iguodala up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. Trying not to use it. Curry way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh! LeBron James with no regard for human life. Come down.
Simworld, 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 Simworld.
It's a place where average Joe can work on his craft and grow. Say you the new magic, yo. Well, why you ain't passing though? Better get you a basket, bro. Cause this ain't no Madden, no. This is real ball life from prep to pro. Gamar Park, this ain't no fashion show. It's the opportunity for you to be the one to shoot the three. In the clip, game on the line. They like, who is he? Must be the 2-3 or 2-4. The one twice. Coach saying do more. Scouts like that boy nice. Drive up the price, push up the stock, build up your name, stir up the pot, piss off the eye. As a player or a coach, here it is, dog. Simworld, this is your shot.
Yo, Yells.
Simworld.
You know your boy gotta get some of this, right?
Simworld.
Rick Blaze. Ladies love. Let's go.
I be on some ballers. Trying to get my hands on a scholarship. Pretty young thing already knew my name. Said she wanna try out on a scholarship. Hold up, let me PG it. Porn go past, but you know I'm gon' do it. Podcast fast, big Bob on the snacks, and you know I'm in my bag when March can't beat it. Baby, I be tripping with my foes, tipping. Shot out to the ballers. No bull like I'm Pippin. Rick Blaze hit him with the freestyle. Sim World Hoops, man, them boys wild.
Simworld, 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 Simworld.
And then when their lead expanded, they turned into a highlight machine, except for the problem was there was no film in the camera.
Hey folks, we are live here at Duke. We have an 18-1 #1 ranked Duke squad taking on Florida State. Heavy underdog coming into this one at 6-13 tonight, but should be an interesting battle. We've got Duke starters in the backcourt, Roderick Little and Demario Duvall, and of course up front, the big two freshmen, Cooper Flagg and Victoris Ilgauskas, joined by Scoochie Nelson. And for Florida State, main eyes tonight on Garrett Hart, another 6'8" freshman, kind of physically similar to Flagg, hasn't quite got the same results, but be interested to see those two go up together tonight. And remaining starters, Daquan Otten and Pashal Betts in the backcourt for the Seminoles, and Styles Jalillo and Leon Quinn getting a start tonight. Behind the microphone, calling this game for you this evening, you've got E. Lava and Sniper. Sniper, glad to be joined by you, as always.
Man, it's always a pleasure, E.
Always is. You see an upset. You see an upset tonight. Somebody needs to go on the record. And I'm going to put you on the spot.
Don't put me out there like that. I mean, I am a guy. I love upsets, but I don't know about this one tonight, E.
Fair enough. Well, Flagg's first shot won't go down, and Hart rebounds. And again, those are the two that I told you to keep your eyes on in this one. Hart and Cooper Flagg. And Flagg picks up the first foul, and that is going to send Florida State to the line.
And that's a tough foul for Flagg. That's a very, very early first possession foul. Now he has to kind of play a little timid defense because he can't pick up that second in the first half.
Saw it happen to Tennessee's Trey Turner last week on SimWorld TV. Picked up some foul trouble. Got his in terms of the box score, but I don't think it helped Tennessee. Followed a loss in that game. Let's see if this affects Duke's chances here tonight. Just that one loss on the year. The undisputed #1 team in SimWorld U, I have to say. And Leon Quinn couldn't get that first free throw attempt to go. Quinn, a junior out of Garland, Texas, a veteran of the SimWorld prep game. Lines up the second, gets it to go. First blood, Florida State.
I'm really excited to watch Duke here tonight. I mean, they lost that #1 throw and then gained it back, and I've been watching them from a distance, but tonight I get to see them up close and how they really work, so I'm excited.
You saw Demario Duvall II go to work right there, the sophomore guard. Over inside, got a bucket, and here we see, going to work, Garrett Hart. Really kind of a chance to test himself tonight against Flagg, and he won that battle right there.
Absolutely. Battle of the point forwards, if you will. I don't know.
It's these modern bigs. 6'8", 6'10", can pass, can shoot, can do it all. That definitely describes Cooper Flagg. And Garrett Hart as well. Oh, there's a nice block. Tennessee got that. And I guess they're going to play that Leon Quinn gets the credit for that swat. Staying down on this end, Duke ball. Looking to inbound. Ooh, just barely got that in, I think, before the 5-second count, but ball ends up in Duvall's hands. Tried to get a screen there from Ilgauskas. Instead, just has to kick it back to Flagg. Shot clock down under 5 now. Long three going here from Nelson. Can't get it to go.
Man, you have to like the start from Florida State here. They're playing defense. They're able to attack the glass and get a couple fouls and score the ball. And I don't know, they might be a little confident going into this game. Maybe Duke is underestimating them here a little bit.
Well, they're definitely getting some aggressive attack the basket play from Hart early on. He couldn't get that shot attempt to go, but I have to agree. Nice start for the underdogs, the Seminoles. Duke retakes the lead there. Duvall drives back inside. 4 points so far. Demario Duvall. All the points in the game so far for Duke.
Yep, definitely like Duvall came with his hard hat today, and he wants to play basketball. I don't know about the rest of these Dukies.
Well, Duvall averaging just a little better than 10 points per contest. Hart tried to take Flagg right there. Couldn't do it. Shot clock down to 10 now on the possession for Florida State. Both teams being a little deliberate in how they're running their half court so far. And a turnaround from Hart, and he gets it to go. That is a tough shot, and he drained it over Cooper Flagg.
You know what? Hart can play all over the court now. Now, he doesn't get the attention he deserves, but he's a good player, and he's going to attack Flagg. They're very similar in all facets of the game, so that's going to be a common matchup here tonight, E.
You can see Hart defending Flagg as well. Locked onto him right here, and that is freeing up Demario Duvall, and he was just going to work.
He is starting to
Three
cook.
from the floor for Duvall.
He's starting to cook inside that lane area.
Well, this is the problem with a talented team like Duke. You take away a Cooper Flag, and you got a Demario Duvall or a Roderick Little or a Victorious Ilgauskas can step in and step up.
As you figured that, but lucky for them, Minor is still out with that injury. He's taking care of himself, so he'll be out tonight, but that'll be another guy off the bench that can come light it up. So luckily, Florida State doesn't have to deal with that tonight.
Long three with the shot clock winding down. No, look at that, however. Hart and Flag battling for that rebound, and they're saying last off of Cooper Flag, it is going to stay down on this end. And I mean, look, just a couple minutes of basketball action have ticked off the clock here, but so far, if this was a boxing match, I'm calling this first round 10-9. Garrett Hart.
Yeah, I mean, look, I understand Florida State's a struggling team, and they might not have everything in order, but you playing against the #1 team in the nation, okay? If it's one game that you can fake it and play really well, it's against the #1 team in the nation, Ilava.
Hart gets it, gives it up. Oh, what a dish from Hart. Found Styles Jalello there for the dunk, and teams trading the lead back and forth early on. Florida State back by one now. Duvall, the only player to score so far for the Blue Devils. Roderick Little, inside, had to give it up. Duvall going back to work. Ooh, not about a three. Roderick Little has it. The shot clock winding down here, and he's just going to have to pull up. Decent look, and he gets it to go. Wow.
That's a big-time shot. I mean, shot clock going down, you're dribbling the ball stationary, and you find a way to make that shot. That's big time, man. These Duke guys, they all can score.
No seniors on this Duke lineup, but they do have the three juniors, Roderick Little being one of them, and Florida State ties it back up there. But Little only hitting 25% in three-point land this year. Oh, nice dish inside to Ilgauskas, and he takes a tough shot, gets it to go off glass.
That's good for Ilgauskas right there, because he got blown by on that pick and roll last possession, so he made it up right there on this possession.
Well, he swats Quinn's layup attempt right there. Nice sequence from Victorious Ilgauskas on both ends of the court. Bucket and block for the Russian big man. Lithuanian, excuse me. Hold on. I don't want to get hate mail. Victorious Ilgauskas is Lithuanian. I corrected myself quickly. The former Republic of the Soviet Union, but definitely not Russian. I know my geography. I also know a little bit about hoops. And Garrett Hart, he's a basketball player, folks. Garrett Hart, just a freshman out of Orlando. Ties things back up once again. Mario Duvall gets another jumper off, and he remains perfect. 8 points for Duvall.
Duvall has it on his mind tonight that he's going to score, and nobody's going to stop him.
Lighting it up here on Coach K Court, Cameron Indoor Stadium in Durham, North Carolina. But Garrett Hart doing what he can to keep Florida State right in this too. Couldn't get that bucket to go. Let's not ignore the defensive contributions of Hart as well. He hasn't been stuck like glue on Cooper Flag, who right now, there you go. That's the first time Flag's really been able to do something, and it wasn't coincidental that it was one of the few times he hasn't had Hart defending him down on this end.
I couldn't agree with you more, Elavi. You know, he got a switch, he got to his spot, and he made the defensive pay. But you're absolutely right. When Hart's on him, you know, it's a good battle, and he's been making it really hard for Flag tonight.
Trying to get that little turnaround to go over Flag. Got it earlier, couldn't on that attempt, and quickly up the other way come the Blue Devils. Duvall wants to attack, has to push it back out to Nelson.
You know, I'm not mad about this Florida State offense here. They're really leaning on Hart, and they're trying to get him to make Cooper Flag pick up that second foul here in the first half.
Well, I think this just illustrates how tough it is trying to knock off Duke this year. I mean, Florida State, and there is a great steal, and that is what Roderick Little does. He is a defensive nightmare. He's gonna cash a lot of checks as a pro. just based on how good he can play defense. We saw him nail 3 earlier too, but I feel like Florida State has come out of this game and has played pretty well, and here they are down 6, just under the 15-minute mark, make it 8.
Yep, they are playing well, but man, these Duke Blue Devils, man, they score, and they keep scoring, Elava. You know, it's hard to make them miss because they're so good and they have so much talent.
Absolutely relentless. There's a nice drive inside, but Styles Jalelo couldn't get it to go down, and once again, here comes Duke looking to extend the lead to double digits on this possession. Cooper Flagg works inside on Hart. Nice position. Easy bucket for Flagg. Leonard Hamilton gets a timeout. Florida State tied it up at 11. It's been a 10-0 Duke run since then. We're going to take a timeout too. 12:20 to go in the first half when we return on SimWorld TV.
And it's time to see the game be the game.
Got that quota, ever tripping, ain't no tripping, no.
Avant que je puisse réagir, j'étais embarqué dans un camion de livraison, et voilà comment j'ai atterri ici.
Ah, c'est incroyable, hein.
Hein, t'entends ça, chérie?
Oui, c'est fou.
Ain't no tripping, only shot with dollars rolling. Can you dig it? I'ma get it poppin' like a can of soda, poppin' like whoop, poppin' like a can of soda, poppin' like a whoop, poppin' like a can of soda. Can you tell her? Poppin' like a can of soda, poppin' like poppin' like a can of soda, yeah. We been whipping, typing pictures, popping like a can of soda, pop the pitches, 7 digits, gotta cop that quota, ever tripping, ain't no tripping, only start with dollars rolling. Can you dig it? I'ma get it, popping like a can of soda, popping like whoop, popping like a can of soda, popping like a whoop, popping like a can of soda. Can you tell her? Popping like a can of soda, popping like popping like a can of soda, yeah. Popping like a soda, man, I ain't worried about your friends,
All right, we're back. 10-point lead for Duke in spite of a strong start from Florida State star freshman Garrett Hart. 6 points, 2 boards, and an assist for Hart so far. And no sniper, as you might have been reading about on Discord earlier this week. Cooper Flagg mentioning that he sees a lot of his own game in what Garrett Hart does, and we see Flagg getting some instruction on the bench, but I think there's some truth to that there. Garrett Hart doesn't quite get the kudos, get the spotlight that Flagg does, but really good player, has a really bright future, and excited to see how both of these players advance through the U level and on from there.
Absolutely, and I'm just giving my point on it. You know, you watch so much film on your conference games and you watch your matchups. So I'm not surprised that Flagg sees some similarities between him and Hart because he's watching them, he's studying them, and you know they have the same build, same similar skill set, you know. So it's really not surprising. You know, when I play, I used to look for players that played like me and how they played and try to get better from that. So it's good to see Cooper Flagg doing a little studying.
Drive by Hart. Nelson picks up the foul, and that will send Hart to the line. Reynaldo Del Orbe, the 6'7" sophomore from the Dominican Republic, has entered the game for the Seminoles. For Duke, In the backcourt, Adelson Sampaio, 6'3" freshman from Brazil. In the front court, Aria Ricardo has entered the game for the Blue Devils, as you see that first free throw go down there for Garrett Hart. Hart listed at 6'8", 230. Great size. Has really good ball handling skills. We've already seen what he can do with his shooting touch as he gets both free throws here. And Florida State cuts the lead to 8. 12 minutes to go in the first half.
And on that last camera angle, that was smooth, Elava. That was smooth.
You do not expect. We're just talking about the size of Garrett Hart, but you do not expect to see 6'8" frame of Cooper Flagg just cutting that quickly. I mean, is that fast twitch muscle going on? Lost Hart there a little bit, and Hart got just enough room to make him pay for it. Another bucket. 4 quick points since we came back from the timeout for Garrett Hart.
Hart is making a fan out of me. He's going right after Flagg. Every time Flagg scores, Hart is trying to score right back, and I can appreciate that. That's that competitive spirit that Florida State as a whole needs.
Well, that shot from outside won't go, and here comes Florida State. Chance to cut this lead a little bit. And Quinn still out there with Kushal Betts. And there we see Daquan Auten getting over the line, joining the fun on this end of the court. Oh, bad pass there from Bess. And Florida State had built a tiny bit of momentum. That's not how you keep it going.
No, that's not it at all, especially against the #1 team in the country. You got to try to limit mistakes out here, especially with the Cameron Crazies, because they're going to let you hear about every mistake.
Well, when Flagg gets that position down there, really, really hard to stop that little turnaround jumper off glass he's got, and lead back up to 10.
Would you say that his low post game is the staple of his game? It's like his go-to. Like when in doubt, put Flagg in the post.
Yeah, I like what you said with staple, because it's the thing that's always there, in my opinion, that opens up everything else for him. Driving to the bucket, hitting outside shots. I mean, Cooper Flagg averaging just about 22.5 points a game coming into this thing, and 67% from the field, 32% from deep. In and out 4 assists per contest, which leads this Duke team. We actually have a few interesting statistical oddities on the Blue Devils this year. You've got the big man, Cooper Flagg, leading in assists as that shot there won't go. Rebound battled for, and Duke comes up with it. And look who came up with it. It's Roderick Little, the 6'1" guard, who with 7'2" big man Victoras Ilgauskas is tied for the lead in rebounds on Duke. So when you can get your shooting guard, your leading rebounder, and your all-world power forward, #2 right there, leading your team in assists, and an 18-1 record, you're doing something right. Timeout on the court, Duke up by 12. Don't go anywhere, we're coming right back. And we are back. Hey, I was just talking about Roderick Little ripping down that rebound. First rebound of the game for Little, but he does average 6.7 on the year, and that's tied with the 7'2" Ilgauskas. I mean, it's just impressive sniper what Roderick Little can do, plus being one of the best defenders at this level, in my opinion.
Absolutely. And believe it or not, I think that is a big reason why Duke is able to manhandle teams, is because of Little's rebounding. I mean, it's not often you get a guard that averages over, 2 rebounds? They don't like to go in there. They don't like to get dirty. They like to bring it up and call the plays and look pretty. But when you have a guy that's willing to go in there, because nobody's boxing him out, guards don't box out. So he has a free run every time, and he's hitting them. That's big time. That's big time.
Well, I don't root for teams, but I do find myself rooting for players sometimes. Roderick Little, one of my favorites. Enjoyed watching him at the single prep level where he was teamed up with Lorenzo Phenom, now a Michigan Wolverine, of course. But the Little Phenom combo, fun to watch. Open three. Oh, really needed that, the Seminoles. Couldn't get it to drop. And here again come Duke. And a little bit more than halfway through this first half. And Blue Devils look like they're trying to put a exclamation point on this thing even before we get to halftime. And 2 missed threes now, one for each team, and either one could have meant something. Hey, look at that. Attack the rack. Reynaldo Del Orbe.
I would like to say his name, Del Orbe, with the slam.
La Repubblica Dominicana.
Okay.
And boy.
I hear you, E. I hear you, E.
Beautiful country, the Dominican. Beautiful block right there, and it ends up in Ilgauskas' hands. Getting a little breather right now is Cooper Flag. Duval picks up that screen, but can't do anything with it.
Do you think this is the time that Florida State can cut into this league and maybe make it a 6-point league before Flag gets back in, Elava?
Well, I mean, particularly with Hart still out there, although Hart just picked up his first foul right there, and that is going to send Aria Ricardo to the line. Yes, I would say you need to take advantage of every minute that you can sense this best player in the entire SWU game. He's sitting on the bench and can't rebound and can't find teammates and can't score, which are all three things that Cooper Flag is very good at.
Yes, he is.
There you see Cooper Hart. Hart hasn't rested yet. He's been out there the whole way, and hey, maybe Coach Hamilton should leave him out there for 40 minutes if he wants to come out of this with an upset tonight.
Absolutely. He might have to log 44 minutes or, I don't know, whatever they got to do to get it done. Overtime, double overtime, triple overtime, I don't know. But Hart's going to have to be out there the whole game.
Ricardo got the first, the 6'8" sophomore from Greensboro, North Carolina. Can't get the second one to go, and Hart rips down the rebound. Down 11. Oh, nice move! Everything but the finish from Jalelo.
And I think that's the second time I have seen that happen. A pick and roll where Duke Big is not able to keep up with the Florida State guard. Maybe that's something they look to go to more often here.
Ohio has it out top.
Oh, man. Look in the post.
Oh, Ricardo's trying to get down in there and got a decent shot and a second chance. Florida State had no chance of stopping, and there's really not anybody on the Florida State roster that can hang one-on-one with the 7'2", 260-pounder Ilgauskas. There, however, is a nice drive, ends up in a little easy bucket. Kenny Twyman, Florida native out of Fort Lauderdale, sophomore guard. It's that one to go, but if you're a Seminole fan and you made it to Cameron Indoor tonight, I think you want to see some kind of a run over these past 7 minutes, and giving Ilgauskas point-blank looks is not the way that you're going to make that happen.
Yeah, Florida State might have to make a change. This switching defense is not working, especially with the big 7-footer in the paint dominating.
Jalelo has it. He's had a tough time shooting the ball so far in this one. Nice drive, nice finish. We're going to stay with it. Timeout on the floor. DeMario Murphy, sophomore guard out of Hollandale Beach in Florida, getting that one to go. And still a double-digit lead as take a break here. Well, while we got a little time with this timeout, I want to remind you all to tell everybody about it. Tell your friends, tell your parents, tell your mom and dad, tell your enemies, not just your friends. And join us on Discord. This is the only place, of course, you can see the game, be the game, and remember, on all of our platforms, YouTube, Facebook, OnlyFans, everywhere we are, remember to like, comment, smash that, leave us a little bit of love, We always appreciate it. Also want to let you know that coming up this weekend, SimWorld Prep. In the prep game, we're seeing a lot of players out here tonight who first started in the prep game. Well, they're going to be back on. It all starts at 8 in the morning Eastern. If you're on the West Coast, that means 5 in the morning. I don't care. Wake up early. Set that alarm. Yep. We've got the prep league going. That should be entertaining. Well, this game started out back and forth. It was 11-11 at one point. Duke, 21-10 run since then, and add some more. And it really hasn't been Cooper Flagg dominating this. If anything, it has been Ilgauskas inside and DeMario Duval from the guard position that have led it for Duke.
Absolutely. And for a second here, I just wanted to give Coach John Shire some credit out of that timeout, drawing up that play, knowing Florida State is switching. He drew it up to perfection and got Ilgauskas on the lob. That was beautiful basketball. I have to give him credit for drawing that up. But yeah, the Ilgauskas and Duval have been leading this Duke team.
Oh, they're going to count that bucket. I didn't know if they were going to give a foul there or not, but Ilgauskas, possibly also Duval. I'm not sure who actually got the goaltend officially, but looking for Florida State. And Sniper, extended rest for Cooper Flagg, still on the bench, getting a nice breather here, and I guess Coach Shire figures, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Give my star a little bit of a break, get him ready for the second half, and why not?
And I think Coach Shire is doing a little maintenance here with Flagg because he's going to have some tough games down the stretch in ACC play. So, against a weaker team, you kind of give him a little bit more rest. That's what I'm thinking here.
And unfortunately, weaker team is a moniker that does fit the Seminoles this season, at least so far, 6-13. In something of a transition year, Florida State. Not a lot of expectations coming in this year outside of Garrett Hart, who everyone wanted to see, and that is a second foul called on Hart right there for setting an illegal screen.
I mean, and if I'm Coach Hamilton, I have to leave him in the game the last 5 minutes because if he's not in the game, where does my scoring come from? And to piggyback on what you're saying, yes, this is like a rebuilding year, or I guess that's the only way you can put a rebuilding year. And Florida State got some incoming recruits with Ty Jones and Darius McBride, two young, bright stars. I hope for Florida State Seminoles here next year.
McBride, one of my favorite young players, all kinds of talent. He will be a major addition to the Seminoles lineup.
Yep, and Mr. Ty Jones is Mr. Canada, so
yeah. Oh no, 2 power players. I mean, looking like a little bit of a down year this year for sure in Tallahassee, but future should be bright with Garrett Hart, just a freshman. Oh, there's a nice drive from Duval, but the shot rolls off the rim. Oh, behind the back, dribbles into a little bit of trouble, but finds a teammate. Look at that. That looked a little bit frantic, but it ends up Del Orbe draws the foul, and 65% free throw shooter heads to the line, Reynaldo Del Orbe.
In this type of game, Elava, whatever is working, you got to just make it work. It don't matter what it look like.
Yeah. Particularly, if you're in those maroon and gold uniforms, you'll take it however you can get it this evening.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mario Duval pacing Duke so far. He's got 12 points, 6 of 11 from the field, Duval. Victoris Ilgauskas, 8 points, 5 rebounds, 2 blocks. Flagg has 8 points as well, but I really think it's been those 2 players, Ilgauskas and Duval, that have been the engine that have made the Blue Devils go tonight.
Yes, and you got to give credit to this Duke team. I mean, anybody on the team can have a great game and be the reason why Duke wins. And I understand Cooper Flagg gets a lot of credit, and he is the heart and soul of the team, but they do have other pieces around him that could get the job done.
Flagg fouled and heads to the line. I think Leon Quinn is called for that one. Cooper Flagg, if there's been one Achilles heel this season for Flagg, he hasn't been automatic from the stripe, a little bit under 65% on the season. think part of the problem is he stands too far away from the bucket. Get up on there. You're giving up like a foot and a quarter. Making it a harder shot.
Hold on, E. Now you know in his spare time he's a basketball junkie, so he probably practices this all the time. You know,
I guess he's got his distance lined up. He got that first one, so see what he does with the second here.
It's probably all the weight. You know, you lift weights and you get a little stronger.
Yes.
So you take a step back.
All I know is I get up to that. I get up on the edge of that when it's me, and I'd get closer if nobody was looking. So.
And when you come up on your toes, your line, just your foot, your toe, you're on the line when you come up on your toes.
Do that Jordan jump and like jump toward the bucket, getting closer when I shoot my free throw. Reach-in foul. That's a second on Scoochie Nelson. Watch that a little bit. It sends Kashal Best to the line. He's a senior. In fact, he's the only senior for Florida State. He's the only senior in the game tonight. 6'4" guard out of Winter Park in Florida, South Florida.
Just to talk about this game here a little bit, Florida State is in the bonus. That's a plus for them. If they could draw fouls, score points when the clock is stopped, they could get back into this game going into halftime.
It wouldn't hurt to force some, almost got a turn over there, to force some Blue Devils to the bench as well. As we talked about earlier, they're playing without Jeremiah Minor tonight, so they're already running a short bench, Duke.
You think it's short?
A quick three from Del Orbe, and he drains it. Wow. Ronaldo Del Orbe was shooting 18% from three on the season, but he just turned and shot that like he was Klay Thompson.
Absolutely. He did not look any short of confidence on that one. I thought he was shooting 36% how he shot that one.
Not a great three-point shooting team. Styles Jalelo and Kenny Twyman, the best on this squad, but that one from Del Orbe in the prior possession and a bucket there, and suddenly an 8-point game as we're under 3 minutes.
Yep, and it's
Florida State's made this run, by the way, Sniper, I want to point out, with none other than Cooper Flagg out there on the court.
That is a great point. And Hart is on the bench for Florida State, if I may add, you know? So maybe we have it wrong.
Work in strange ways.
Maybe we have it wrong, E. I don't know.
Leon Quinn posting up. He wants to work it. Kicks it back out. Three. Good look. Goes in. Suddenly Florida State dialing it in from deep. We have a 5-point game with 2 minutes to go to the half, and Duke had 14, I believe, was their biggest advantage. 16. Yeah. All I know for sure is John Shire wants to call a timeout. You can see Roderick Little looking for answers. I don't know if he's going to get any there or not. It is a 5-point Duke advantage, but this is the closest it's been in a while. 1:59 to go. We're going to take one more quick break before half, but come right back. Duke leads narrowing.
What's it like to be in charge? Spoon
5-point lead for Duke. This crowd here at Cameron Indoor a little bit nervous. Duke was coasting for most of the first half, but Florida State particularly picked up the shooting, popped a couple threes, and suddenly we got a ball game back on our hands.
Absolutely. You know, basketball is a game of runs, and Florida State is on a run. And I hope Coach Hamilton is telling these guys, hey, let's keep this run going. Let's go ahead and finish the half on a run and maybe cut this into a 2-point lead, or maybe tie the game or even take the lead. Florida State is in good company right now. They're sitting well.
10 points for Garrett Hart. Naldo Del Orbe, 3 of 4 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3. He's got 8 points. Roderick Little back out there. Cooper Flagg on the court, 2 for Duke. Little finds Nelson open the corner. Oh, he had a nice look at the 3, but he couldn't do anything with it.
And I'm not sure if that was a mistake on Florida State's part, but I wouldn't be leaving these Duke players open. I mean, I don't care what their percentages are. They're in their home court. They're the #1 team in the country. I just wouldn't be leaving them open.
Tried to force it inside, then Flagg got his shot blocked, but getting it back up, putting it in there.
That was Ricardo following them up.
Ah, there you go, Ari Ricardo. 6'8", just like Flagg. Got the 2 forwards out there playing right now. Oh, nice drive. Mario Murphy, not used a lot, less than 10 minutes per game on average to Mario Murphy, but pretty polished on that possession.
Yeah, right there, you see him extra quick and went right around his man. I think that was Sampaio, if I pronounced his name correctly, on the defense.
Addison Sampaio, I believe. Oh boy. Well, we got reason to talk about him there too. Nice oop from Sampaio to Flagg right there. Lead back up to 7. Under a minute to play now, first half.
I'm sorry for messing people's names up. I said how I seen it. So.
We got a lot of international flavor out there.
I mean,
Florida State alone. We got Barbados, we got the Dominican Republic, and then you go back to Duke, we got players from Lithuania, Brazil, all over the place. Even the United States of America, a handful of them.
Yeah, you're right, E, but I gotta say it to the whole Simra, because I ain't gonna lie, your name could be next. I could butcher it. Okay? I'm sorry in advance.
Leon Quinn, the big man out of Texas at the line, gets that first free throw down. Quinn a junior, and that by far makes him wise old man on the Seminole roster. He is the only junior. Shaw Best, the only senior, not coming back. Quinn should be the leader of what should be a Florida State squad with a talent upgrade next season.
Absolutely. And I'm pretty sure his name in the locker room is Unc. they be like, what up, Unc? How you doing?
Oh, that's a tough little pull-up, and Little rattles it home. Again, I just love watching Roderick Little play. It's the body of a linebacker, the basketball IQ. Somebody much older, much more experienced than he is. Ooh, could have been a turnover, but Quinn able to get it, but he can't convert the easy bucket. Final seconds, half-court heave. Ooh. Closer than expected, but hey, maybe that's an appropriate theme to end the half on. Closer than expected. Garrett Hart and co., his teammates really helped him out there last few minutes of that first half, and what was looking like a blowout for most of the opening 20 minutes. Got down to 5, and we go to the half. A manageable 7-point deficit for the Seminoles, looking to come up with what would be a milestone upset on the road in the ACC against the #1 team in the country.
Absolutely. In my opinion, Florida State won this half. I mean, all odds are against them, and they go into halftime down 6. They were down double digits, but the Florida State team, has came together and put on a run and got them back into the game.
They've definitely done that. Hart leading the way for Florida State. It's Demario Duvall, along with Victoris Ilgauskas and Cooper Flagg, three-headed monster. as Duke a halftime lead. But look at both these teams shooting the ball well. Let's see if the offensive fireworks can continue when we return to this special edition of SimWorld U on CBS.
Life comes at you fast. Be ready with Nationwide. Investments, retirement, insurance.
All right, we are back underway here, second half. Florida State came alive there, second half of the first half, and coming out strong on this one. Offensive rebound for Quinn, second chance opportunity, and didn't see a lot of that in the first half. Sniper, what's your keys? Let's start with Florida State. Keep this little momentum run they've had going since the end of the first half going here, and maybe pull out an upset, and then we'll come back and analyze Duke.
I'm so happy you asked. I am extremely happy. I'm thankful that you know me well enough to ask me questions like this, because I have your answer. And for Florida State, I think their guards are able to get to the lane against these Duke guards and big men, especially in the pick and roll. From what I've seen, they don't finish, but I'll get to that a little later, but they are able to get to the lane off the pick and roll. So if they could utilize the pick and roll and get to the lane and finish the second half, I think they have a good chance of staying around and maybe the element of surprise at the end, make a late run and shock the #1 team in the country.
Got 1 of 2 free throws there. Florida State's missed a few from the charity stripe so far. Oh, nice drive. But this time Duvall can't get it. Does come up with his own rebound, kicks it back out to Nelson. Demario Duvall started off red hot, but he's been pretty anonymous for a while now. Shot clock winding down, and Level just has to take a three. Oh, no, he almost got that one. He hit one in similar fashion in the first half like that. Couldn't quite get that one to go.
He sure did, but if you're Florida State, you love that defensive possession right there.
Nice dish from Jalelo, and Hart lays it up and in. 7 points now in the game for Garrett Hart. 4-point game. Gauskas has it. He kicks it back out. That's an open look for Nelson, but he has been off his game tonight. Scoochie Nelson.
Known for shooting, too. Known for shooting. He's a shooter.
1 for 5 from the field. Scoochie Nelson is now. Another nice pass. Ooh, Jalelo gets the shot off. Picks up the... It's going to be a foul on Duvall. Or, excuse me, that wasn't Jalelo. That's Bess. Ushal Bess going to go to the line, and this crowd, which would kind of in a little bit of a party mood, and why not during that first half when it looked like Duke was going to walk away with this. Not exactly a library in here yet, but it's gotten quieter, and there's an air of nervous unease in the building.
And rightfully so. The Cameron Crazies usually don't sit down, but I'm starting to see some of them sit down. They're starting to get a little nervous here, because Florida State has come out in the second half, ran the offense to a T, and is looking to cut this lead to 2 points at the free throw line here, E.
Yeah, we haven't had the Cameron Crazies make much of an impact for a little while in this one. Or like the Cameron, I don't know, I'm trying to get other words with C. Cameron Cortisol. They got high cortisol levels with that stress and anxiety. And fair enough.
And
they're missing shots like that. Florida State can tie or take the lead. Wow.
Yep, it almost seems like they got a lid on their basket the second half.
And there you see, Hutton has it, gives it up, swing around top and into the hands of Garrett Hart, who eludes flag, gets it down low to Quinn, but he can't get his layup to go. Maybe should have just taken that, been a little bit more selfish right there. Oh, look at that block from Quinn.
Quinn known for his rebounding and defending.
And Duvall liked that look he got there, but well short. Ilgauskas able to clean it up, however. And what a difference that big man makes. And I mean, again, only Leon Quinn has the size to really kind of handle Ilgauskas, and even Quinn's giving away about 4 inches and 30 pounds to him. 3 on the way from Hart. Can't get it.
It's interesting you say that, E, because Duke has not looked to get Ilgauskas the ball in the post this half, and I think that's why they're struggling a little bit.
Hey, he has 2 points this half, just off that putback right there, but and 8 points in the first half, has 10 now, but not a lot of the offense running through him. Nelson's gotten a few looks, but he has just not got his shot dialed in tonight. 1 for 6 now for Scoochie Nelson. Quan Otten drives in and gets it to go, and the foul. Quan Otten can bring this to a 1-point game if he hits the free throw, and again, it feels like he could a pin drop here in this building in Durham right now.
Absolutely, and you got to give all the credit to Florida State. I mean, they're switching up defense. They're playing hard on offense. They're getting the shots they want. On that last possession of defense, they double flag, got the ball out of his hands, made the rotations, and got Duke to miss a shot. And on the offensive end, they're scoring the ball.
You see DeQuan Otten has that unusual one leg in front of the other, almost shot put free throw stance, but works for him, and it works for Florida State. It works for Coach Hamilton, as close as they have been since it was 11-11 in the first half.
It's old school, E. You know, at first we were shooting the granny shot, and then we put the one footer in front of the other like we're shooting darts, and now we shoot at the free throws.
Well, no shooting involved on that drive there from Roderick Livell. Just throw it in. High percentage shot. And Duke maintains their lead, but once again, Hart able to elude Cooper Flag. He's able to recover, swat that out of bounds, but it is going to stay on this end.
And did you see that? Did you see that, Elon? It looked like Flag waved his finger at Hart.
Well, The Flag versus Hart battle did get some press. It is what we mostly came to see tonight. I mean, I'll be honest, most of the pundits, most of the smart guys in the basketball world did not expect Florida State to win or to be in position to win this game, but wanted to see those two freshman forwards going at it. It's been pretty entertaining so far. Now, I got to give Hart credit. He has eluded a few times. Is that going to be a foul on Flag? Because that might be a third if it is.
That's his third. He's got to be careful here. But Florida State looked like they got into that pick and roll that I talked about earlier and was able to get to the paint and draw a foul.
So we're going to get official word on who that foul is on. Let you know as soon as we have it. Scoochie Nelson has 3 fouls for Duke already as well. Hart gets the first one to go.
You know what, E? One day Hart wants to be sitting right next to us because he's not going to take my job in broadcasting. But he definitely wants to get over here and call some games one day, I think, or be a part of the broadcasting world.
All right, let me confirm. That is just 2 fouls on Cooper Flag. Nelson does have 3. Keep in mind that Flag with those 2 fouls. Garrett Hart also has 2 fouls. Florida State.
Look at this offense for Duke.
Well, they get it right into Hart, who goes to, or I'm sorry, to Flag, who goes to work on Hart. Nice defense from Garrett there. He won that time. And the other way, again, chance to take the lead on this possession, Florida State. Oof, wild pass, but Hart corrals it and gets a crazy shot off. Won't go down.
And I'm not really sure about that shot from Hart. We know he can score, but maybe get a couple more passes, get it back, and then try to attack Flag when he's a little more tired.
5 for 13 from the field. There's a tough shot from Cooper Flag, and he is way short. Oh, here comes Hart.
Beautiful from Hart.
Florida State has taken the lead at the 15-minute mark. 5 minutes into the second half. What an incredible turnaround from where we were with 5 minutes to go in the first. Last 10 minutes of basketball action have been a sea change, and it has quieted this crowd dramatically. Little gets 3, can't get his shot quite off, but that is going to be a shooting foul. He'll shoot 2, and again, I'm looking to see who that foul's on. Garrett Hart was down in the area, and we'll get some confirmation here in a minute and let you know if that turned out to be 3 on Garrett Hart. Little nails the first. That's 10 points now in the ball game for Roderick Little. He has 4 assists. That's team high and game high. And he gets them both. Gives Duke the lead back. Now it feels like the first 5 minutes again, Sniper, where we were just trading some buckets, going a little bit back and forth between these two squads. Oh, Roderick Little. I'm not sure if there's a better defensive guard at the Emerald U level. I'm just not sure about that. But a foul called on Little right there. His second, they're going to call him for the charge. The crowd does not like that. In the slightest.
That was a tough call. I felt like everybody was moving, but if the defender had position, he's entitled to keep that position, and maybe Little got a little too aggressive on the drive. Duke double teaming Hart now.
Oh, and it was effective too. They tried to force it into Hart, but Zed gave it up. And Gauskas the rare miss, but he gets another offensive rebound. Just that 7-footer down low is a lot to deal with. This time, however, Florida State is out, coming up the other way.
Florida State has done a good job of making Duke miss easy shots in the paint. They didn't do that in the first half, but in the second half, they're definitely doing that.
Good job by Hart getting great position. Nice find by Kenny Twyman to dish it to him there. And Florida State back up by 1, and I can't emphasize enough what a big upset this would be. And well, exchange wasn't exactly Olympic 4x100 thing of beauty on that one. what the result was. And look at this. Once again, Hart gets free, gets his own rebound, takes it again over Flag, and that one is 100% on Cooper Flag. That is going to be a third foul there on Cooper Flag.
Again, you got to give Hart credit. He's taking it right to Flag. He's been doing it the whole game, and sooner or later, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt from the refs, and the refs going to call fouls, and that's what you're seeing now. And Cooper Flag, if he continues to foul, this could be bad for Duke.
Hart, good free throw shooter. Perfect so far tonight. Gets that one to go. Some subs coming in the game for Duke. Aria Ricardo re-enters. DeMario Murphy back out on the court for Florida State.
And with this Flag going out, I think this is a time that Florida State can possibly start to try to build the lead here and put some pressure on Duke here down the stretch.
A nice dish inside. Ricardo can't get it to go, but he will go to the free throw line. And once again, we have to look to see who that foul is on. It could be a third on Hart. Keep your eye on that. Cooper Flag is now sitting on 4 fouls. That was a fourth, his last one. He has played 23 minutes so far tonight of the 27, and that's an interesting situation to monitor. Cooper Flag, 14 points, 4 rebounds, but maybe the most important stat, 4 fouls.
Absolutely. That definitely can be trouble for Duke down the stretch of this game, but it seems to be a common thing with Flag lately. He seems to be getting in foul trouble in most of his games lately, so maybe that's something.
Still just a young player, you know.
Yeah.
He'll get more savvy, he'll get more heady, the more experience, court time he gets, but right now, he is on the bench. Adelson Sampaio back out there for Duke, and they have the lead, but their leading scorer in this game and on the season, Cooper Flag, and another foul. It's going to be another free throw trip for Garrett Hart, who is sitting on 18 points, 6 boards, and a couple of assists for the talented freshman who, as if anything, outshone Cooper Flag tonight.
And you know what, in my opinion, he's doing it the right way. He's not making tough baskets. He's living at the free throw line. Yeah. And there's no easier shot besides the layup than a wide open free throw. So if he continues to do this, I can see Florida State upsetting Duke here tonight.
Misses that first one. Gets the second to go. Tied up at 56. Roderick Little out there with Sampaio. Taurus Ilgauskas. And Sawyer Sutphin also in the game, another 6'8" forward. Sutphin, a sophomore out of South Carolina. Foul there on Del Orbe, just his first. Not shooting.
Eli, if I told you that we'll have a tie ball game with 12 minutes to go in the second half, would you believe me in this one?
No. Well, maybe before the game. Maybe before the game, I would be like, oh, look at that. Florida State came out and surprised. If you would have told me that about halfway through the first half, no, I would not have believed that at all. Nice twist. Oof. Nice effort from Little, but he couldn't get a bucket.
Absolutely. This Florida State is doing an impeccable job on defense here in the second half. They're making everything tough for Duke.
Kenny Twyman gets it to Garrett Hart, excuse me. And he throws it down, not for the first time tonight. Hart doing damage here on Coach K court. You don't see opposing players come in and do that necessarily. Open look at a 3 for Little, but he couldn't get that one. Hart once again spins free and slams it home.
Wait a minute.
4-point lead for Florida State. 24 points for Garrett Hart.
Link's Beef Jerky presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Hey there, big guy. You know, you look a little tired. Why don't you come over here and sit down? Yeah, come on. That's right, sit down.
Jack Link's Jerky. Feed your wild side.
Fabulous performance by Garrett Hart. I misspoke. He's on 25 points, not 24. And a great performance from the Seminoles. They are up by 4 here as we're approaching halfway through the second half. But, Sniper, be honest with me. I mean, you really feel like Duke's going to lose this game? They're leading state. Look, Cooper Flagg is in foul trouble. What? I'm not gonna prejudice anything though. Just give me your opinion. How do you see this, Sniper?
Look, come all in. Let's go Florida State. Let's get them. I want to see Duke go down tonight. I mean, they haven't played like the #1 team tonight, and Florida State has guarded every second of the game that they possibly could. Let's go Seminoles. I'm with Florida State on this one, man. I think they deserve this win on how hard they've been playing, and Hart has been showing up and showing out against Cooper Flagg. So I'm taking Hart over Flagg tonight.
They're both on the bench for the moment. The Flagg there with his 4 fouls, and Garrett Hart getting a little bit of a breather. Ooh, tough shot, and that goes in.
That was Minor.
Jeremiah Minor in the game. Wow, we did not think he was going to see him tonight, but I guess with Flagg in foul trouble, Shire taking that chance, and it be effective there off the start.
Wait,
points instantly.
I'm sorry, Elava. I'm sorry, Elava. Minor is on the court.
Oh, blocked by Quinn, but he looks perfectly fine out there, I gotta say, Jeremiah Minor. But my understanding before this game was that he was not expected to play tonight, but clearly, short bench situation, the foul trouble with Flagg, and Shire's got him out there. Here's a 3, however, and look, oh boy.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Styles Jalello. Hey, he is the outside shooting specialist.
He is a
Florida
shooter.
State.
Yeah, I'm still shocked to see Minor out here. I mean, I know he can fill it up from anywhere on the court, but he was supposed to be out for the game. And for him to come in the game and get a bucket right off the bat.
Scoochie Nelson needed that in the worst way. Nelson, 6'5" junior from Iowa, drains that 3 and cuts the lead to 2. 5-point lead for Florida State. That was their biggest of the game just a moment ago. Jalello has it again, eludes his defender, but nice defense coming over to block that. Ricardo, and the other way, here comes Sawyer Sutphin. It looks like Jeremiah Minor's not only in the game, it looks like he's the #1 option for Duke on offense, but he can't get that shot.
He does seem like the focal point out there. They're giving him the ball and telling him to go to work out there.
Interesting storylines we've got developing here. For Flagg's foul trouble, big game from Garrett Hart, Jeremiah Minor unexpectedly re-entering the game, and most importantly, this game is tight, but Florida State, Mario Murphy, again, like Florida State is not considered a great outside shooting team, but getting enough to be a problem here for Duke tonight. Florida State up by 5 now after Murphy canned that 3 right there, and wow, this has been an unexpected turn of events. Quite frankly, the first half, much more like what we expected to see tonight when Duke brought out that big lead, but Florida State fought back, made it close, and just continued to extend it here in the second half after finally coming back to tie things up. Hey, I want to remind you all, we haven't even talked about the EMs tonight, have we? Well, reminder to everybody, invite everybody you know to be part of the show because we give out EMs based upon how many people we got tuned in. We're going to be giving out some EMs here in the second half. I'm pretty sure I'll talk to my producer about that, but I don't think we're going to get out of the second half without giving away some EMs. Let me check right now. Producer yells, we have something to give away? All right, well, we're going to come back to that in a minute, but remember, if you want to collect those EMs, you got to be part of it, so make sure you're here, and if you want to get the big money, make sure to invite some friends to be here too, pump that thing up a little bit. Well, we're already declaring our top performer. Look at that. Plenty of time left, and Garrett Hart, electric tonight. 25 points for him, leading the way for a Florida State team that is upset-minded. Duke has now found themselves in this possession.
Upset down, upset down. They're upset down.
Oh, Cooper Flagg's back out there. Oh, and he loses the ball. Flagg plays some tough defense, however, and he's got to be careful there, too. I would have attacked there as well if I was Shaw Best, looking to pick up that 5th foul on Cooper Flagg, but nothing doing that time. Flagg out there with Ilgauskas, Duval in the backcourt with Little for Duke, Scoochie Nelson who just hit a 3, and they get it to Little way underneath, and that's, Duke's going to call a timeout. Nice possession there. Maybe a little offense for defense, get Flagg back out, but timeout caught on the court. We're going to take a break too. 3-point lead for Florida State. 8:19 remaining here on CBS.
Danger excites me, but I can't fully enjoy it when I smell like fear and body odor. So I prepare myself with a manly scent of Old Spice Danger Zone. Because even if something bad does happen to a Danger Zone man, it won't smell like something bad happened. Because the secret to smelling good is... And when you smell like Old Spice Danger Zone, trust me, you'll smell like you have nothing to worry about.
You smell like you look amazing.
Amazing and no.
Introducing Old Spice Danger Zone with all-day odor protection.
Sometimes when I'm alone, I stop and stare, having visions of you when you're not there. Every second we're apart just seems unfair. Sitting here fiending for your touch, don't know if it's love or lust, but you make it hard to concentrate when all I see is replays of your face in my head. But I want you here in my bed, but instead I gotta sit here and just wait and think of you all day. About you, I think about you. I can't seem to stay. I can't seem to stay away from the thought of you. Thought of you. Now see the way you made me feel caught me off guard. 'Cause I've been a player all my life, so it's kind of hard to cope with these emotions that I'm feeling.
Back underway, Florida State looking to scalp Duke, and what a giant killing feat this would be. And Jalello from 3, oh, that was a nice play drawn up by Hamilton. Coach Hamilton coming out of that break, but a little bit short there that time. Styles Jalello.
It was a good shot. He's the shooter on the team. We expect him to shoot that shot. I like that for Florida State.
Cooper Flag and Ilgauskas little 1-2, and Flag is going to go to the line. Del Orbe picks up a second foul. Cooper Flag, 14 points tonight. He's had to ride the pine a couple stretches, both halves. Out there right now. Garrett Hart getting a breather.
And with Hart on the bench, you have to ask, where does Florida State go for offense for this, I guess, short period of stretch he's on the bench, because he has been the heart and soul of this Florida State team, and quite frankly has been the reason they have the lead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. I was going to say the only other Seminole in double figures even at this point is reserve guard DeMario Murphy, who's 4 for 4 from the field. He's hit 2 threes. He has 10 points. Ronaldo Del Orbe, Jalelo, hit from outside. It will be interesting to see what they do on these possessions without their scoring leader, Garrett Hart, out there on the court. Tough shot, won't go, and Little able to pull down the rebound. We can retake the lead on this possession, going back and forth here. Oh! What a little 1-2 between Little and, oh my gosh. I don't know if Roderick was just trying to battle for that rebound or if that was intentional in any way. Score the bucket for him. 2 points for Little, 2 points for Duke. They retake the lead.
And this may be the stretch that Duke was looking for. Hard on the bench, they gain some momentum and retake the lead.
That is exactly what Florida State needs to do to counter that. Jalelo, 6'6" wing player. He can fill it up from outside, and he's gotten hot tonight. Oh, tough 3 from DeMario Duvall. Rattles around, will not go. I don't know if Coach Shire's going to like that possession much.
I wouldn't like that possession much because we're shooting a fadeaway 3 and down 2 with 7 minutes to go in the game, Elava. I mean, let's get to the goal. Let's draw some fouls. Let's retake the lead before we start taking hero shots.
Best with the drive inside. Can't get it to go, but he is fouled by Nelson. For Scoochie Nelson, that's a 4th foul as well. So both Nelson and Flag, 2 starters for Duke, sitting on 4 fouls with 6.5 minutes to play. In a tight game here, Florida State shocking the basketball world so far tonight and extending their lead at the line.
And this is a team that's fighting to get into Hoopsteria, Elava. I mean, we know Duke's going to be there, and Duke's probably going to be a number 1 seed. But this Florida State team is fighting for their lives out here, and they're making it known, and how they're playing, it seems like it. And they're doing a great job of beating Duke tonight.
Well, this would be the top of their resume if they can pull this off. Nelson has it under the bucket. Oh, I think that's a 3-second call right there. Oh. Instead, Best gets the reaching foul. That's a tough break for Florida State. I mean, Scoochie Nelson, I think he set up a lemonade stand down there on the blocks. I mean, he was just making himself at home. Hung out for at least 5 seconds, if not longer, but foul goes the other way, and Nelson goes to the line.
I love that analogy, Elava, but Best has to be, he has to be disciplined in that situation. Hands up, make him shoot a tough shot. Forget the 3 seconds. We don't need that type of foul right there.
I appreciate that you just like my on-the-fly metaphor. The other one I was working on was like he could have assembled some IKEA furniture down there, but I went with the lemonade stand.
Setting up shop.
Tough shot, but Quinn gets it to go over the outstretched arms of the big Baltic banger. Taurus Ilgauskas, 4-point lead for Florida State, and time keeps on ticking. Step back from Duvall, but yeah, you can't. I was like, why is Flag just hanging on that rim? That's just a. I mean, I hate to say it for a player like Cooper Flag, but that's just a freshman mistake right there.
Yeah, I mean, it depends.
Ilgauskas was going to put that back in too.
Yes, he was, but maybe Flag's seen someone under him and didn't want to land prevent injury, maybe. So it's a lot that goes on in that type of situation.
Bit of a business decision. Fair enough. Could have been that.
Yep, and that business decision might cost them the game here today.
Great pass inside. Quinn went up with it. Fouled by Ilgauskas. That is just the excuse me. That is just the first foul on Viktoras Ilgauskas.
It seemed like Flag was in the mix there. I'm surprised he didn't pick up that foul. It was really close call right there, Elava.
He stays out on the court with those 4 fouls, as does Scoochie Nelson. Number 2 and number 44 in white. Living on the edge out there, but Coach Shire wants him in the game.
This game's going to come down. I'm sorry, Elava. This game's going to come down to one run. Whichever team makes the run is going to win the game. Duke has enough firepower to make a run and climb that hill and win the game. But if Florida State goes on a run, we could be looking at the biggest upset in SWU history right here. Elava.
Foul on Ronaldo Del Orbe is going to send Flag back to the line. 16 points now for Cooper Flag. Just 6 of 10 from the field. He's made a few trips to the free throw line. He's been very solid there tonight. Definitely have to say, Cooper Flag. 5 for 5 now. Mario Duvall started off this game red hot for the Blue Devils. Hit his first 4 shots. Since then, however, he's gone 2 for 13 from the field, just 6 for 17 overall. A Duke team that was shooting well above 50% at halftime is now down to 45% for the game. Florida State still on 52%, and that explains why they're up 3 with the ball, 5 minutes to play. Another foul. I think that's 5 on Nelson. I think he's out of the game.
And I'm not sure if that's a big loss for Duke, but it is a loss. And maybe they're going to put Minor back in for some offensive production here late in this game.
I think that's who we're going to have to see is a little bit of Jeremiah Minor. Only played 3 minutes. 2 points on 1 of 3 shots so far for Minor. And let's see what Coach Shire wants to do.
Do you think inserting Minor for them 3 minutes was John Shire's way of like a desperation type of move? Like, I'll do anything to get my guys going. Maybe if we put the injured guy in there.
Maybe sending a message. Well, a few more messages. John Shire wants to relay to his team. Timeout called. Leaves Duke with just 2 timeouts. More importantly, they face a 5-point deficit. Just under 5 minutes to go. We're going to take a quick break, pay some bills, but come right back. We got a thriller and maybe a major upset brewing in North Carolina.
Do you have the mind of a coach? Are you willing to fight for your players? Can you handle it when things get heated? Can you manage your star player's ego? Can you handle the stress? Can you become a legend? The only place in the world where you can coach live in a virtual world. SimWorld Sports.
5 minutes, 5 points. This has been a great one. Let's hope we get something half as good tomorrow. Tennessee, Trey Turner, going to travel. South Carolina take on the Gamecocks. That starts at 6:30 p.m. East Coast, 3:30 West. And remember, you can only see it at the only place you can see the game be the game, and that is SimWorld and our broadcast outlet, SimWorld TV. Again, that's 6:30 Eastern tomorrow. Vols and Gamecocks, but Seminoles and Blue Devils. Man, didn't see this coming. Florida State has been on top for the majority of this second half. And Duke has a little mountain to climb with not much time left if they are going to avoid getting a second loss tagged onto them. And look at that, just turned it right over right there. Jeremiah Minor, ball just slipped right out of his hands. Quinn on the other end, an easy bucket.
And this is an absolute shocker, Elava. I mean, for Florida State to be an underperforming team, come in Cameron Indoor Stadium and play like this, they be up this much with this type of time left. It's insane.
Another turnover. Duval started this game so well, and he's had a little bit of a nightmare since. Bucket here would be really deadly. Quinn's got great position, and he turns and scores.
Quinn has just been doing his job tonight, playing hard defense on his Gauskas, getting the rebounds, and converting in the paint when he has the opportunity to. Big time performance from him.
10 points, 7 boards, 4 blocks from Leon Quinn, and that is a long, tough shot. And that might be, I mean, was that Cooper Flagg's version of waving a white flag right there? I mean, that is not a good shot, not a good situation Duke finds himself in. And look, a team that has been as dominant as Duke all year long, I think, is in a disadvantage a little bit. Scenarios like these, because they haven't faced it, being down late and needing to dig deep.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree with you more. And Duke is it's enough time to win the game, but Duke is going to have to find some real momentum.
And this is 3 times in the past 30 seconds that the Seminoles have stolen the basketball. This time, the flag turns it over. A shot, no foul called, and Roderick Little brings it up the other way. Flag, 2 defenders on him. Finds Sampaio. Sampaio just has to, a 4th turnover.
Man, they're giving away that ball like it's hot cookies out there.
Flag and Ilgauskas are getting some swats on the defensive end, but Duke has just come unglued offensively. Florida State happy to run a little bit of time off the clock, and why not get deep down into the shot clock on this one. What? Wow.
My God.
Del Orbe finished that off, and Florida State is looking like they are going to finish Duke off here. They are leading by double digits. Under 2.5 minutes to go. Duke gets 2 back through Little, but too little too late.
Never say never. Duke still has a chance if they can make 3-point shots, but this Florida State team is definitely in control, and I guess the win percentage, if we have to put a percentage on it, has to be close to 97, 98%.
Yeah. A chance here for Duke. They got to stop. They needed that. You don't have to get a quick shot here, but you need to get a good shot, and you need to get points on this possession. Little drives inside, and he does just that. Duke, well, they still have 1 timeout left. They call a timeout there, want to talk it over. We do a little defense for offense substitutions. Trailing by 7, a minute 49. There is, you're right, Sniper. This one is not over. There's still plenty of time. When we do wrap up, remember, we got more You coming tomorrow on SimWorld TV, and then come the weekend, I talked about it earlier, we're back on the prep game with the SimWorld Prep League. Well, it starts at 8 o'clock Eastern, nice and early if you're out west, but hey, if you're in California, state of Washington, whatever, you can sleep in a little bit and still get time for that championship game. That's 2 o'clock Eastern, 11 o'clock out west.
And I'm looking forward to seeing those international teams play this weekend.
Yeah, always good. In the first season of SimWorld Prep, we saw unheralded Africa side catch fire late in the prep season, make a big splash. SimWorld Europe with the likes of Viktoras Ilgauskas and others making a big impact too. The international game, pretty much the equal of the domestic anymore at the prep level, and some international players here. Oh! Nice play, Reminder. Can he come up with that ball? No, he can't. Oh, that could have been a huge steal right there. So
that would have been
close to being a huge break for Duke.
Yes, that would have been huge.
Just have to get a stop there.
And if you're Florida State, you're trying not to do that, of course.
Yes. Tried to force Leon Quinn down low. Rick Little has it top of the key. It's a screen from Ilgauskas. It's a little bit of a mid-range look. Ilgauskas comes up with another offensive board, but he can't put it back, and this time Cooper Flag collects it.
That might have been blocked, Elava. That might have been blocked.
A shot from Flag. Can't get it to go, but that is another foul on Del Orbe. Ronaldo Del Orbe. There's at least 3 fouls on him. Might be 4. I can check that. That is a 4th foul on Del Orbe, so Gucci Nelson already fouled out for Duke. Cooper Flag sitting on 4, and Florida State's Ronaldo Del Orbe, 8 points for him, but 4 fouls as well. And the clock stopped. Duke can chip into this lead a little bit.
Absolutely. And going down the stretch here, it seems like Duke is not comfortable in this situation. I mean, the offense looks a little sporadic. And
they're not comfortable. They haven't played, and they don't have experience at this. This isn't riding a bike for Duke, being down 6 with under a minute to go.
But they're so good that they can pull this off.
Yes, they can. Oh, and look at that. Another offensive board for Ilgauskas. He is such a force down there.
If they could
seconds
somehow...
on the clock. Empty possession for Duke. I think they have to start fouling here, yeah. And that's going to be 5 on Cooper Flag. He's gone.
Man, that's a big loss for Duke. I mean, that was the one guy that you actually could depend on in the post area to score every time. So I think that's a big loss for the Duke Blue Devils.
Well, Cooper Flag's stats won't look that bad. And it's all over. 18 points, 5 rebounds, steal and a block. Not a great game from the outstanding freshman. And Duke, the #1 team in the country, looks like they are about to fall right here to an unheralded Florida State squad. All right, allow me to correct my stats there. Cooper Flag will finish with 19 points, 6 rebounds, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. He did also turn the ball over 3 times. Most importantly, as the primary defender was not able to really contain Garrett Hart. 25 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists tonight for Hart. Leon Quinn, we talked about him earlier. He had a nice post game for Florida State. Definitely outmatched going up against big Viktoras Ilgauskas. Ilgauskas, by the way, 10 points, 11 rebounds, double-double for him to go with 3 blocks. Just not enough for Duke tonight, and just too much Florida State. And boy, you didn't think those words were going to come out of your mouth tonight, pregame Sniper. Too much Seminoles.
Absolutely not. I definitely think Duke underestimated this team and took them lightly, and Florida State made them pay in the long run.
Roderick Little drives and dunks. Little has 21 points now. He's going to be your leading scorer for the Blue Devils. Little with a quick foul there.
And I hate to say it, but I am that guy. This game is not over. Florida State has to make free throws to win this game.
Well, at the line right now, they have Daquan Otten. Otten has 5 points, 4 assists. He made his only free throw attempt earlier. You can see that kind of unorthodox jump step free throw. Now look at the free throw form here from Otten. He's gonna pull that left leg back. Unless he's doing his second one differently. No, there it goes. He does a little hop on the release. Actually comes up off the ground. It's a very unorthodox style. It's 1 of 2.
And you jinxed them with your broadcaster's voice.
I gotta do that. Easy 2 more for Duke. Lead's down to 5 now. And Duke taking their last timeout. Neither team has any timeouts left now. We're going to stay with it. Possession game. So look, if you're the Blue Devils, I don't think there's a whole lot of instruction coaching staff has to give their players here. Go for the steal on the inbound, and if it's not there, you have to foul immediately, whoever it is. That said, Florida State, 22 of 28 from the free throw line tonight. They have gotten there a lot, and they have converted at a high rate.
Absolutely. Eli, if I'm being honest with you, Duke, from here on out, I think the next possession they have to try to get a three-pointer just to start to cut into this lead. That way, if the opportunity does come, they have a chance to tie it with the last second shot. But if they continue to get 2 points, they'll run out of time.
The one modifier I'll put on that is if they do get a steal here within the first 2, 3, 4 seconds before they go for the foul, go ahead and take a bucket. If you have a good look at it too, and, well, easy inbound just made that a moot point. Now, Otten going to the line. He's 2 of 3 on the free throw stripe.
And if I'm Duke, I'm not mad about this foul at all. He just missed the free throw. The Cameron Crazies are trying to get him rattled. It's loud in the arena. Let's hope he give us 2 more.
Sophomore from Cape Coral. The unique free throw form. He's ready to take his first. And he gets it.
Big time shot from Alton.
Make it a 3-possession game if he can make this one. And he does, and that might really be the capper to a stunning night basketball here at Cameron Indoor. Massive upset, Florida State. Oh, I misspoke. Duke did have 1 timeout remaining. They're going to use it here, but I can't think of a bigger shot. Well, I can't think of a bigger upset. Princeton almost might be a bigger shock, but that's a season-long thing. But in a single game, I can't think of a bigger giant killing feat than Florida State taking out Duke.
I could not agree with you.
We're in Durham, North Carolina. It's not supposed to happen on Tobacco Road here.
No, it's not. And I couldn't agree with you more, Ilava. For the 40 minutes that I saw tonight, Florida State impressively won this game. And Duke lost it. I think Duke lost this game in the second half. They were unable to score against this feisty, hard-nosed Florida State defense. And Florida State capitalized every time on offense. So you got to give credit to the Seminoles here tonight.
I'm running out. Sampaio has it. Feeds the big man down low, and Ilgauskas out there. Going to take a 3, can't get that, and it looks like they've called him off. White flag being waved in the most unlikely place and the most unlikely scenario. Florida State improves to 7-13, handing Duke only their 2nd loss of the year. Will Duke still be number 1 after this? I don't know about that, but I know that Florida State, they're about to get the biggest spotlight shown on them they have all season. They just knocked off number 1 Duke on the road. What a performance. Game MVP is the freshman Garrett Hart, 25 points for him. For Duke, back to the drawing board. Well, for me, Sniper, for everybody at SimWorld, we have loved putting this on tonight. Nothing better than a big upset to get your day going, huh? Well, remember we're coming back tomorrow, 6:30 Eastern Time, 3:30. The only place you can see the game, be the game, SimWorld.
This has been a presentation of SimWorld Sports.